Hey everyone, you're listening to the PRISM podcast, episode 11, with your host Juice and my co-host
Mashumaro.
Hey everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hey everyone. We're back. We're back to talk about a few things that happened in the last 2 weeks since the last episode, and we're also going to be talking to a very special guest today, someone I'm sure most of you have seen around in the JJammin community and Materia DC in general. So Maro, how have you been?
I have been really good. Super duper busy. It's that time of the year where, we start planning for the end of the year.
True.
So I've been super duper busy just like prepping myself because I think everybody knows by now that I'm going on holiday. So like I've closed my calendar for the next 2 months, but that means that everything
Mm-hmm.
I want to do now has been pushed to like November. So I've been super, super duper busy with that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you gonna go to PAX this year?
No, PAX is a pass for me this year. Unfortunately, I fly back into Australia on the Saturday of PAX. So unless I feel
Mm.
like going to PAX after spending two and a bit weeks in Japan,
Yeah.
I think I might be pushing it. I think I might die.
Yep. You're gonna be
So
really tired.
maybe I'll give that a pass.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Anything else you want to share? It was.
Yeah, so I guess what I've been up to more specifically, really excitingly this week on Tuesday, like the Tuesday just passed, I collaborated with I think like 14 other Final Fantasy 14 creators from Materia,
Oh yeah.
in collaboration with Square Enix to celebrate the new patch. It was very cool.
It was the Alliance raid, right? The new Alliance raid.
Yeah, we did the Alliance raid, and I have to say, Alliance A, we absolutely smashed it out of the park. We were
um.
very strong.
Yeah. I think I saw like Lainey and Toast were also part of that, right?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Lainey was on my alliance, so we killed it. We were the healing duo.
Yeah. It's a really fun fight. Really fun
It is a
raid.
really fun fight, actually.
Yeah.
What about you, Deuce? What have you been up to?
Uh, so I also did the Alliance raid on launch, and yeah, it was really fun. Like the second to last, without spoiling anything, the second to last fight was what I think were like the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest fight of the Alliance raid. Um, because of some mechanics, it's like wow, I haven't seen this before. Yeah, it was just really fun and unique. Um, but other than that, like 7.3 has been really fun so far. I really enjoyed doing maps recently.
Mm,
Yeah, the what is it? The gambling what do you call it? The slot
the
machine?
slot machine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun. Like it's so hype. Like just seeing what we get and just anticipating the results. Yeah, we got some pretty good loot from that, like the new mount, the yarn mount, worth a lot still, I think, to this day.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I still need to do some MSQ, but other than 7.3 content in the last 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks ago, we had Prismatica, which is a concert event like the Valentine Ball earlier this year, but it was disco themed, and that turned out to be really, really fun. Um, yeah, it was crazy. I think yeah, our guest was also part of that. Our guest for tonight's episode was part of the Prismatica performance lineup. And what else did I do in the last 2 weeks? I feel like this month has been really chill so far because um, I'm actually preparing. I don't really have any events happening this month, but I am preparing for Glam Boss Season 2. So we're just going to jump into plugging some events and stuff. So yes, Glam Boss Season 2 entries will open very soon. I think like next week or something, end of next week possibly. And yeah, you'll find out what the theme is for entry, and then the actual competition will start next month, early next month, and we'll play out through the entire month of September. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of prizes, lots of glamours. yeah, I'm really excited to do Glam Boss again with Edian. Last year, our first season was really fun. Um, and yeah, it's can't wait to do it again. uh, we also have the Materia Awards this year. Maro and I, as well as Toast, are preparing for that. Um,
You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna be so excited.
yeah.
We're certainly cooking over in the Materia Awards.
We
We are
are
cooking.
we are cooking. There's so many new things that we've started preparing. It's gonna be better than last year for sure. Yeah, so look forward to that. Nominations will open soon as well. I think next month actually. And then yeah, I think that's it, right? That's all that we're plugging for today's episode.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's invite our guest. Please welcome Bobo La'boba. Woohoo! Hey, Bobo.
Hey everyone, hey Juice, hey Mara.
Hey.
You really built it up when you said it's like you should know who this person is. It's like no one knows who the hell I am.
Oh, you know, actually, do you want to introduce yourself for those who are meeting you for the first time?
Yeah, so I'm on Materia DC Sephiroth. My name is Bobo La'boba in game. You can a lot of people just know me as Zeki as well, which is my real first name. That's how I normally go by. But either way, that's who I am. I've been playing this game for a long time, but I've been more so part of JJammin for since when was it, Juice? Like what month? Around like November or December of last year.
True.
And
Yeah.
since then, if I guess if you've been familiar with what JJammin does or what Juice and all of us do, I've been a part of a few events since then.
So I guess before Jammin, like when did you start playing? Like when did your FF14 journey begin?
Yeah, so I played I started playing 14 when I was around 14 years old. So that was 2.0
What? Damn.
2.0 beta. Yeah.
What?
So I played 2.0 beta at that time, and I remember I was like patiently wait. I think by the time that point X patch for Around Reborn came out, I was already like 15. So it's around when I was around 14 or 15, I was playing Final Fantasy 14. But I've always been on and off since then. A lot of the time since I was playing in a legacy JP server, there was like, I guess I wasn't really experiencing the MMO experience. So I was just kind of like playing it like a single player. All the time I'll just be playing like MSQ and then leave until the next expansion, which is like 2 years away. But otherwise, I felt like I really made myself a home in Final Fantasy by joining Materia eventually, and then also during Dawn Trail's release. But yeah.
Wait, so when you said you started playing when you were 14, when it was the beta, I guess when did you like really start properly, like being invested in the game? Like what expansion were you playing?
Yeah, well, I guess like when I was like 14, 15, I would have played through like 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3 when like things like Ninja first. I remember I played Summoner for the first time, like leveling from 0 to 50, like 1 to 50. And then I switched from Summoner when Ninja came out. I think that was like 2.2 or something.
Yeah.
And whenever that was, like, I guess that was what I ended up I was playing for like several months or like nearly a year for that point. But then being 14 and like, I guess
Still in school.
a subscription based MMO where I'm like, how the heck, like, how am I paying for this?
Yeah.
I have to use like my parents' credit card or something. I couldn't really like play it for that long. But otherwise, I guess I would still join in every time there was an expansion. I would still at least. I think I might have skipped Stormblood. No. I skipped Shadowbringers. Funnily enough, when that released. Like so when Endwalker came out, I think I played through Shadowbringers and Endwalker at the same time. But otherwise, every time an expansion came out, I would at least play the MSQ in a few months after that. It was really only until like Dawn Trail that I actually like I played the MSQ and I stuck with it. I think that was because it coincided with being in Materia DC and actually talking to people in English. rather than having like a macro every time I joined the it's like here it's like we press like O / right? But then when you're in like a JP server, I have like a macro that says like Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yeah.
Like, so then,
Oh, you
so then
actually
it
put
can-
the Japanese characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's all that's all I could do. I was like, I can't even. That's the only thing I said. And then anytime like I would like fuck up like a mechanic for anything, and then they would try and explain it to me, I would just blank out because I have no idea what they're talking about. So
You know, you just reminded me of something I used to do when I was on Tonberry. I used to use Google Translate to try to communicate with them.
Oh yeah. Now, how do you even do that when it's like when you're talking about something as specialized as like the vocabulary of like of Final Fantasy? Like if you're even trying to refer to spells, like that require like you'd have to go into the wiki or something and find like the Japanese translation of like spells and jobs and all that.
Yeah, I remember they actually called me out. They could tell that I was using a translator. Yeah. Thank God we have Materia now. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, you've been playing. You know, your story kind of is kind of similar to mine. Like when I started, I didn't start in the beta, but I started 2.0. I was referred by a friend in high school. And yeah, I couldn't like pay monthly the subscription fee. I think I just like saved up my lunch money and bought those what are they called? Game cards? Game
like
time cards? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I also didn't really start playing until Stormblood. I think that's when I could start affording my own subscription. But yeah, really similar to yours. But I guess I was also playing on and off until Materia DC came along, and we kind of found our home here. And yeah, been playing a lot since.
But remind me, because I don't actually even know what year did Materia DC like actually come out?
That's a good question.
Like,
I know it was not long before I started playing.
Okay.
Let me find.
2 or 3 years ago.
It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
2022.
Okay.
Yes. So I started playing in 2023.
Oh.
Yeah, 2023. So I came around, like I started playing the year after it. Like about the 1 year anniversary of Materia DC is when I started playing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, like there's an oceanic data center, and they were all like, yeah, it's only a year old, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna be saying Zeki quite a few times in this episode, but for those that don't know, Bobo's name is also Zeki. So Zeki, were you there for the time when like it was super populated, when everyone like was in Uldar when they transferred over, or like?
Are you talking about like Materia DC?
Yeah, Materia DC.
No, so that's why I asked, because the reason why is because this is the longest time I've actually like concurrent like had like a consecutive subscription. So I haven't stopped my monthly subscription since, when is it? I believe I always get these months confused. It's either February or April of 2024. So I started my subscription back then just to like kind of catch up on post Endwalker stuff in preparation for Dawntrail, which would have when did that come out? July of
July of 2024.
Yeah, so then like I guess I started like a few months prior, and then during that time I just happened like eventually there's a bit of a story behind it, but it's a bit long. But like I ended up in that moment, not just like eventually while prepping for it, wanting to think, oh yeah, I should move to Materia, and then I guess I did. So I've only been in Materia for like a year and a half now. It's not that long at all.
Yeah, it's not that long at all. Yeah, when Materia DC opened, I remember like when everyone was in Uldar, they were shouting "cunt," the word "cunt." They were like so like happy, like it wasn't like censored. Everyone's like, "Why is cunt is not censored?"
It's the Materia DC. It's perfect. It's like it can roll around here.
Yeah, I think it's an actual word, right? Like normal word for Australians.
What do you mean, like a normal one? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Isn't it the same for New Zealand as well?
No.
Like to use the
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it like really offensive there?
That's offensive.
I didn't know that.
Oh damn. Okay.
It's like I guess it is offensive here, but it's like it's not like the same. It's not like in like some kind of like puritanical setting of like, oh, you just said the word cunt. Like no one's gonna have like the reaction here. But is that how people would react in New
Yep.
Zealand?
There was a
Shit.
time when I was on the street in like our CBD, and someone was having a fight in the middle of the road, and some guy was like, "You fucking cunt!" Like that. That's how it's used in New Zealand.
Well, no, it can be used like that here as well. But you know, if someone said it, that's like it'd probably be the same impact as someone saying like, "You fucking bitch." Like it would be the same thing. In my opinion, I don't know. It's like it doesn't really have the same impact.
True.
It can be both. It can be both like a positive and a negative thing.
Yes, that too.
That's wild to me. I can't. Yeah.
Like you can call someone like, you know, oh you're good, and then like you confuse tourists because they're just like, I don't know if you just insulted that person.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's a top honor. That's a top honor.
Yeah, but you know, actually, cunt or like cunty is a pretty common slang these days on social media. Yeah.
True.
Anyways, how did you come up with your character name Bobo La'boba? I mean La'boba.
I was saying this because like I actually just see it on the title of the Twitch stream where you've actually tagged my Twitch handle, which is Aelithis. That was my WoW name, and I was telling you like how I got Aelithis because it was literally I was looking at 2 perfume bottles on the shelf where my laptop was, and it was like my cousin's like perfumes. I don't actually remember. I think if I asked Luna, like she would actually remember. I don't remember exactly, but like I just put 2 like perfume bottle names together, and I got Aelithis, and that became my high elf, my blood elf, paladin in WoW back in Cataclysm. But then for Bobo, it's literally just babble. It's just like literally me like thinking about like gibberish, like Simish kind of. Like I was just like thinking because I know like when I was thinking about the naming conventions of, because I wanted to make a Lalafell. When I started this game, this is not actually my original character. My original character was a Huron 2.0, and when Aura came out in 2 point something, I fancied into a female Aura. But then I think I lost that account, and that's why somewhere along the road. So when I made Bobo La'boba, I think in 2020 or something, it was literally just like me babbling like gibberish and just like landing. It's like, oh yeah, Bobo La'boba. That sounds like a Lalafell name. So
true. I thought
like,
I thought it had something to do with bubble tea, like boba.
No, that's the thing. Everyone keeps saying
I thought that too.
And ever since I think 7.2 or 7.1, when the food came out for like bubble tea, it's like a 740 eye level food. People like just randomly come up to me and trade me high quality bubble tea.
That's so funny.
And I was thinking, it's like, I get it, but I actually don't like I don't actually drink or really enjoy bubble tea. It's like, it's not like I can drink it. It's not really my thing. But it's I guess I understand how people think it's related to that. Funnily enough as well, like Bobo is like in a lot of people like who are Filipino or like who speak Tagalog will like, have always told me, it's like are you Filipino? I'm like, how do you know that? And then they refer to my name, Bobo, which is like in Tagalog, it just basically means like silly or stupid.
Oh.
And when I know that, I was just like, I didn't even think about that either. It's like, so there's a lot of like angles in which like people like guess the origins or like I guess the history behind my name, and people honestly get it wrong. It's literally just it's as good as me pressing the dice random button on the generator just to be like Bobo La'boba. That's it.
Boba La Bobo. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and funnily enough, it's even incorrect because I believe Lalafell naming conventions make it so that you actually repeat it. So if it was actually properly in lore setting, it would technically be something like Bobo La'boba or like Boba La'boba.
Yeah, you know, did you consider naming your character Mark Jefferson?
What?
Have you played Life is Strange?
Yes, I have.
Okay, you have. Yeah. Oh yeah, true. You would have definitely played like Life is Strange. Yeah. True. That was like my name for like a long time. Like in my IGN. I've had like a few different IGNs. Like Aelithis was a big one. Bobo La'boba, of course.
Why Mark Jefferson?
I don't know. I guess it's funny because I'm a teacher, but I don't know if Mara's played Life is Strange and knows about Mark Jefferson.
I
But
have
he's
not.
okay. He's a very problematic teacher, and this is before I was a teacher. But like, I don't know why I called myself Mark Jefferson. That's a good question. I always just thought about oh, it was probably because back then because I my main game that I've played since I was a teenager was League of Legends, and like my main back then, if people play League of Legends, was Jin.
Yeah.
And to me, like Jin reminded me of like Mark Jefferson, and like they're like kind of similar in that degree.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Like maybe the body type could be pretty similar as well.
Or just like I guess like their perceptions of art, like it's very like they have like a really fucked up sense of like art.
True.
Where like Jin is like a serial killer, and Mark Jefferson is like a essay kind of person.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, I'm glad you didn't name your character Mark Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those watching the stream, they can see that there is a bird on your head. If I remember correctly, your favorite animal is the mourning dove, or birds in general.
Birds in general, yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell us more about that? Like, why mourning doves, finches, pigeons, or just birds?
So I used to really hate birds, like for a long time, simply because I think I had an experience when I was 5 years old. And I was like playing on the oval, and there was I don't know if you have lapwings or what we call plovers in New Zealand, but like they're basically like they have a black head, they have like a white belly, and have a yellow beak. And they're very much like territorial with like once they lay an egg, and they lay their eggs anywhere. They can lay it literally in the middle of like a car park or whatever. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old, like grade one in primary school, and I just remember having an experience of one like actually like swooping me, and it's like wing like hitting my backside.
Oh.
And like when I was young, and I just got like kind of like I didn't like the aggression of those birds, and I applied it to every single bird. But then ever since like I met my partner who really loves birds, and like she's had pet birds and all that, like I guess I've grown attached to learning and being a little bit more accepting of birds. And even like where we live right now in like our neighborhood, there's quite a lot of different like bird species that just kind of like pop up even though we're in like the middle of suburbia, including mourning doves, which I really love. Like they have a really nice soothing bird call, which is like one of my favorites. But there's not really much in terms of like of my enjoyment and of birds outside of the fact that I'm just really happy that there's been a lot of new bird minions coming out in Final Fantasy, including the Micro Crow, which just came out in 7.3 apparently.
Did you get that yet?
No, I'm waiting for the price to drop because when I first saw it like on patch day release of 7.3, someone was selling it for 10 million. Last I saw, it was the cheapest on Ravana at like 3.8 million. But I think it'll keep going down. Yeah, because it drops from the newest dungeon.
I see. That's interesting that you started having, like I guess a trauma experience with birds, and now you kind of love them.
Yeah, I mean, I did. Yeah, I guess like that was just one particular bird. If he told me about like birds and like birds in general, yeah, I like birds, but then still plovers, like they still annoy me. The other bird that really annoys me is like seagulls.
Yeah.
Oh, valid.
They don't quit. They don't quit either.
Yeah.
Like they just they'll chase you to like no matter if you have food in your hand, like they'll chase you forever. Even if you don't have food, they'll just like they'll get up in your grill and they don't care. So
I've had some scary experiences with seagulls in Gold Coast actually when I went there to SeaWorld, I think. Yeah, and I was just having my fish and chips. And they just like flew in and started like attacking us.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Like they don't actually care.
They just live in their own. They're like the main character of every story ever.
Yep. They actually are always there to take whatever you have, even if you don't have anything on you.
I'm ready to be mugged by seagulls at any moment.
Yeah, especially if you're like around like those areas like literally where it's like touristy, and you know they they can probably like sniff whether or not like you have food or not. They just know like you're a target because you're not used to them,
Mm,
and then they'll just swoop you anyway.
yeah. Scary. Um, Mara, do you want to add anything to that before we move on to the next question?
No, I agree. Like I love birds too. I had lots of pet birds as a kid. Um, I'm also extremely traumatized by plovers. Um, because my family always had a family of plovers that used to make a nest right in the middle of our front lawn. So
Hmm.
you had to try and walk past the nest with all the little babies in it and not get swooped. It was like a game my brother and I used to play.
Yeah.
What?
Um, it was how close can you get to the nest before you get swooped?
Damn.
Um, that's like typical Aussie.
Wait,
Um,
what birds have you owned, Maro, as a pet?
I have had budgerigars.
Oh, you've had budgies. Nice.
They're so cute. I've had 3 budgies in my time. I had English budgerigars, so they're the really big and fat ones. They're so
Mm.
cute. And then my nonna has a cockatoo that she has raised since it was a
Oh, that's
baby.
sweet.
Aw.
So I've grown up around birds. I love them. I think they're really pretty.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm extremely traumatized by plovers and magpies.
Oh, I
Magpie
love
season is
magpies.
brutal.
They are assholes, but like the ones
They have
I've
such beautiful calls as well, though.
yes, exactly. Like their what's it called? Their bird song is like one of my favorites. I
They're
think they're super
warbler.
like yeah, like
Warbler.
outside of like the kookaburra, I think it's just a very like classic like Aussie kind of like nature sound. Like to hear the warble of a and the bird song of a magpie just as much as a kookaburra, in my opinion.
But I can't like not picture that one guy that can replicate the like magpie sound. Have you seen the video of the guy that can replicate the sound?
No,
I'll
is that
send
a
it.
thing?
I'll send it to you later. It's like this 60-year-old man from
Yeah.
I think he's from Sydney, and he can replicate a magpie warble like accurately. He can actually
Holy
talk to the
moly.
magpies. It's so freaky.
Damn.
That's my dream one day. So then it's like, cause like like there's a thing like they can do like where like the like I guess like more so corvids where like there's like the intelligence of them where like if you like they understand like if you give them something like they'll often remember you and like they can give things back to you. So if you can like actually like
Mm.
talk to them or like communicate to them, like they could actually
I've
get you
always
things.
wanted to receive a gift from a crow. I think that's like a dream in life. Like I gotta have it. It's on my bucket list to receive a gift from a
Mm.
crow.
Because we have
Wow.
like a magpie that like comes to our backyard and like he's been trained now to like expect food from us. It's probably not a good thing that we're feeding him because he should be used to finding his own food. But it's like we end up getting like we end up like having it like show up to our backyard, but we still haven't had it give us something in return. So I hope that eventually, just like how you've mentioned, like we'll get something in return.
I mean, okay, so this is my last tangent before we move on to the next question. It's funny
Mm.
that you say that, like training birds. Mama Maro, like quite often she'll call me to update me. She has updated me that they now have a particular bird who has started showing up every day to get fed. And it's a bin chicken. So my parents have adopted an ibis. And he turns up every day, and he likes to get pats, and he just they just hang out with his bin chicken.
It's actually crazy how like like how ibises have like such a like a I guess they don't have a bad they have like a very divisive reputation where they're messy and they're annoying, but I guess they're naturally like swampland mangrove birds like they're that I guess man-made garbage disposal in bins are their natural habitat considering the fact that we've taken over their lands of like natural, especially here in like where I am in like southeast Queensland, like of like natural mangroves and turned them into like concrete jungles. And then where else can they be but bask in the glory of our green bins where
Rubbish
they're
bins.
of like and like that like they're probably like I don't know their olfactory senses are probably like sniffing around and they're thinking it's like this smells like home. There's no more mangroves anymore in like in this area, but
Just
like this
loves
smells
the
like
bin
home.
chickens.
Yeah,
But yeah, no. So my parents, yeah, they have their pet bin chicken. His name is Basil. He comes for
that's sweet.
a pat every morning, and then my mum and dad feed him. It's so cute.
That's very sweet.
Sorry, that's my tangent over.
Bird people, am I right? I'm kidding. Yeah, nah, birds don't come near me because I have cats.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
Yep.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cats. I try to stop them from killing birds. But yeah, birds don't come near me. Moving on. I want to start from the beginning. Back when you first got involved in the community, you found out about JJammin. Last year, was it from Hairspray or from the Halloween special?
No, so I never saw Hairspray. I literally would have the only way in which I knew about JJammin was through Yes. It was the moment, no time beforehand. It was literally the nights that you were streaming the Halloween special. And I don't know who was, it must have been you. Like I just saw it on PF because like the couple of months preceding um the Halloween special, I was always just like, I was learning about the fact that there was this whole realm and dimension of the game that wasn't just related to the game itself. Like there's like this kind of tertiary, or I guess that's a bit far, like secondary like mode in which you can play the game, which is like role play and like venues and turning housing. Like I didn't know any about that because my only exposure to the game was I'll just play the MSQ. I'd play like Alliance, or I'll just play like relatively like casual like combat um content of the game. And then the months preceding, I found out like, oh yeah, people advertise things on PF that aren't just like people actually trying to find a party for a specific dungeon or raid. Like people just literally put themselves in a party that nobody can join in, so they can, as a message board of some sort. And then it was literally just that night where I saw, oh, there's a Twitch stream of this Halloween special, and then I just joined it. Because I was basically clicking on everything. I clicked on that one which had your stream, and I believe the first thing I saw was Crusaders, because I would have joined a bit later, and I think it was like at the 24-minute mark of your stream. Like I joined when Crusader was doing Thriller.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was just like, holy fuck, like this is fucking brilliant. Like I was literally like, I was saying to my partner like right next to me, it's like, what, like this is so cool, like people are like performing like and singing music. And I was literally just like going to everybody I know that played Final Fantasy and just like copy and pasting like twitch.tv/JuicyXIV and like sending, it's like, look at this stream, this is so cool. It's like, and I guess I was the only one that was just like, my mind was blown. But like everyone else was saying, it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. But me, I was literally just like, holy shit, this is so fucking cool. It's like these people are like singing, they're choreographed, like they have like a stage, they're choreographing. And I was just like blown. I watched the entire thing like from that point on, and I was just like, this is amazing. Like I've never seen this before. So like after that point, when I guess the next event straight after that was the what was it? It was the karaoke, right? Like that was I guess the first time that you would have
the first time we met, right?
yeah.
I remember that. I remember. So the karaoke event was the masquerade themed event that me and Chord co-hosted together. And I remember hearing you for the first time. You were playing your music through your phone.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy how much has changed.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
true.
Yeah, because now you're playing music through your mixer. You're like involved in all these other events, and I don't know. It's just it's insane that it's only been like less than a year. And we've already done so much. Yeah.
It was crazy because like when I saw that, I that was the time where I had a little bit of a leg up. Like I was able to see the PF. I think you were what was it? You were advertising that karaoke like a few days like prior to the actual karaoke event. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, it's like it's the same people that the Halloween special, but like it's a karaoke event. Like how does that even work? So then I joined the Discord, and I was like, I guess trying to find ways of, is this even possible? I was thinking, it's like latency exists. Like I have a good mic. I have a way of being able to like sing, but I've never heard of people like having karaoke or being able to sing live in front of like a call online through Discord before. So then when I heard about voice meter, it's like I remember it was like I think yeah, because it would have been held on a Friday. I was literally during that time, like Friday during the day, I was on my phone the entire time, like researching about voice meter, probably not doing my job as a teacher, like in the middle of class. Like normally I'm pretty like switched on in class, but like during that day, I was like really thinking it's like, oh shit, I really want to like be able to participate in this without like screwing it up. So I was researching about voice meter like during the day of like when I was working on Friday, so then I could prep it when I got back home on Friday, for the Friday night. And it just didn't end up working. Like I spent a couple of hours. Like I got home at like 3:30 p.m. I spent like up until like 5:30. I was like, I still couldn't get it to work. Like it kind of worked, but there was like really bad latency. I just thought it's like, oh well, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather drop the sound quality for like to trade off with like timing and like the timing of like my voice and the instrumental track.
Yeah.
And I just decided to do this really scuffed setup of putting my phone on like a stand so that it's like right next to my my microphone while I sang into it. And yeah, that was my first, I guess, meeting with you
Me.
and everybody who was in that event.
I don't think Maro was at the event. When was your first time meeting Maro?
When was my first time? Maro, you would have been at the Christmas. You would have been at Christmas, no?
Yes, you were. You
I
were at
did.
the Starlight Soiree.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
I was
Starlight
at the
Soiree.
Starlight Soiree. Yeah,
That must have
I had
been the
my
first time.
confectionery shop.
Hmm.
I had my little sweets shop. Yeah.
Oh, that's the Starlight
Yeah.
Market. You were also a guest judge for Toast's
Oh yeah, I
Blitzglam
did.
at the Starlight Soiree.
I did Blitzclaim. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we did so many events last year, specifically at the end of the year, that my brain just blows.
Yeah, including your own event.
That's what I mean. We had 3 Christmas events in like 3 weeks. But yeah, it would have been because I co-hosted and judged Blitzclaim.
Yeah.
But I do remember that that first karaoke night pretty well, like in terms of like what I sang. I guess like I don't actually remember like who was in there specifically, like to like try and remember song. The only thing I can easily remember was like I knew that it was who was it? It was also Channy's first night at that karaoke event.
Yeah.
As well. Like it was us two. Like that was our first kind
Yeah.
of like exposure to JJammin.
I thought you and Channy came together because you were like the only 2 Lalafels there. And you
True.
you still like
were we
next to
the
each
only
other.
2 Lalafels? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember what she, because I remember like that was, I remember she sang "Murder on the Dance Floor." Like I remember like that because you also had like the same response of like, oh, it's like this is your first time singing here, and so like that kind of like stuck in my brain. I remember.
Yeah.
But no, like actually that's another thing. Like I like before I even like knew about Channy as well, because she was, for people who don't know, like she was the first person that I for my Bobo Lounge YouTube channel. Like she was the first person that I sang with for like and posted a cover with on that YouTube channel. But like before I even knew that, like that was also another thing where like on PF, I think their FC like had hosted an event months. I think it was in like in August or something, like quite a while ago. Like they hosted like, was it August? No, it was October. So just 1 month. 1 month prior, like I didn't even know about like their FC that did a lot of like different like role playing events that
At
I
the
had
shop cafe.
joined up to. Yeah, at the cafe at their at their FC house.
Yeah.
And like they had one that was like a Halloween kind of themes one as well. So it's just like crazy how eventually like joining it up into like it kind of shows just like how small yet tight knit there's of a community that Materia is, where you can just kind of bump into people in multiple ways and in different ways as well, without and then eventually actually know the people after a while You know, just like the names become familiar because of how tight knit the community is.
Yeah. Um, I guess before I move on to our first game,
Mm.
I just want to ask what was everyone's impressions of each other. So I'll start off. I think my impression of Bobo Zeki when I first met him or heard him sing was he had like the perfect voice for like crooner or jazz music. I remember, yeah, that was like my initial. That was my initial thought. Um, and I thought, like, damn, I need to get this guy in my next production because he's got like a really good voice. And like, we didn't have that many, I guess, bass singers. And yeah, you were like, damn, oh my god, yeah, you're a really good bass singer. Yeah, I guess that was my first impression. And I guess with Maro, this is something we haven't even just talked about before Maro. Like surprisingly, my first impression of Maro, I met Maro. Damn, was it MG days?
Yeah,
Was it
MG,
before?
MG is when I would have officially met you.
It was
But you
before
didn't hear me
Hairspray,
sing.
right?
Yeah, it was before Hairspray. Yeah, it was at I think it was Slow Dive Karaoke Bar is where you would have heard me sing.
Yes, yeah.
It would have been Matt Gala because I was a competitor in the Matt Gala quite a few times.
Right. Yeah, but I think for me, I think it might not be the first time meeting Maro, but I think it's the most memorable time of the earliest time meeting Maro was like Hairspray, or maybe was Hairspray before our karaoke collab at Luminous or after?
It was before. I'm pretty
It was
sure.
before, right? Yeah. I think at your
we did
karaoke event.
At my karaoke event at my venue. Yeah.
I remember you designed the post, the bingo with
Yeah, I
your
did.
like mixing our colors together. You had like your
So our karaoke event was. I can actually tell you the date. I've got the photo up in front of me right now. January 13th, 2024.
Yes, that's before Hairspray. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I guess what's your impressions of each other? First impressions.
Yeah, like, well, for me, like, I guess I'll like go from Juice to Mara. Like, Juice, when I first heard your voice, I was pretty
Disgusted.
I was thinking, like, look at this fucking slut with his voice. When it comes to like, I was shocked. Like, a lot of the time, like when I hear your voice, it's just like I don't personally know, at least in terms of I feel like I know quite a lot of like amazing singers, like personally, but like in terms of like male vocalists, like you're definitely like one of the first males who I know, like with your range, who can like sing in like a whistle register, like someone with like such a clean tone at like the tenor and even like high tenor like ranges where you can like belt like certain notes that I'm just like is completely far gone from like what I can sing.
Wait, this is your first impression of me?
Yeah, like when I first heard your voice, I was just like,
Oh.
this guy has like a incredible like amazing range, and just when I heard it, I was thinking like, this is someone I like. This is definitely like a type of singer that I don't personally know, because again, like for me, like I often like, I feel like a lot of the people that I personally know who like sing in my life are either women or they're males who sing similar to how I sing.
Right.
Like in my range and in my style as well. So then like when I heard your voice, I'm like, holy shit, it's like this is like, and I guess also not even just from you, but like from hearing some other people in associated with JJammin, like I thought the same thing. It's like, oh, I'm really being exposed to really good singers who sing very differently to me. And I guess you probably notice like a lot of the songs I'm singing are maybe not necessarily like fitting to my voice, but I guess I've been inspired by so many people, listening to so many people,
Mm-hmm.
like who are amazing singers, but different to me.
Yeah.
With Maro, like when I first heard her voice as well, it was actually perfect that when you hosted the country um the country karaoke with Nook, I remember I was really thinking like when I first would have watched the VOD for Hairspray, I was thinking it's like Amara would be like a really good like country singer. And then lo and behold, it's like I'm just hearing like that you wanted to host like a country like themed like karaoke. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what's the coincidence of that? It's just like such like that really like not like that like clean tone of like country singers that people have. Like but I guess like both of you have that quality that I feel like when you it was not even that long ago you posted that duet that you two did.
Yeah, home.
Oh yeah, home.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was just like, oh yeah, that like I guess that's a duet. Like when I hear your voice, it's like that shows like why like in some ways like your voice quality is like so you and like your two voices like kind of are similar despite being like male and female voices.
Interesting.
That's really crazy. Okay. So for me, and this is really funny because you're gonna laugh. The first time that I ever heard your voice, Zeki, I thought you were a
Oh,
country singer. Like straight out of the
okay.
gate. I thought you were a country singer because you have this like resonance that to me just really stands out. And I was like, man, I was like, this guy's definitely a country. Either that or you're a jazz singer. That's what
Mm,
I thought. And I pinned you for that straight away. And then
yeah.
like I've now heard your voice on multiple occasions. Obviously Boulevard Queer. And I was like, oh boy. I was like, but I think I've told you this. Like I actually want you to like sing more country songs. I think you'd like smash it out of the park.
I mean, you're right. Like, cause you're right about like one of those things. Like, I normally sing jazz standards. Like, that's kind of what I'm more associated with over the past several years. Like that type of music and crooner style, as Juice would have put it. But I guess timbrely, like like the music is very different in terms of like if you were to actually break it down. But like timbrely, like as a vocalist the link between like a country singer and a jazz singer to me doesn't really feel like that different. So
Yeah,
like I guess that
there's not that big of a gap really when you think about it.
yeah, like I guess like there's actually quite a lot of similarities despite the musical genres itself being like very like different, but like vocal timbres like I would actually associate them pretty closely. Surprisingly enough, yeah.
And then of course Juice. I heard Juice for the first time, and I this is like no shot. This is my exact train of thought, because at the time I knew like of how good Juice was at like editing and how smart he was with marketing and like because
Mm.
as you said before, like the Materia community, we know each other really well. Like you kind of get to know people very well, and I remember thinking like, "Fuck, this guy can do it all." And like, and like, I remember being so mad because I was like, "Holy shit! Like, there's so much talent in this one person's body." But and then like as I've gotten to know Juice more and more, that thought still lingers in my brain every day. Of I don't know how Juice physically has enough time in the day to do all the things that he does, um, and or where he manages to store all this energy. Um, that's 110% true. Like I remember like, and I've told this multiple times to people. Know I go back and I watch the productions, or I go back and I watch things quite often. I watch Hairspray and the Halloween special at least once a month. Um,
Mm.
Yep.
because I can't get over how one person can have so much talent and creativity, and I'm like, man, I'm jealous. But I just I kind of knew that Juice was incredibly talented. I saw all the work he did for the Met Gala and obviously for JJammin, and now that I'm a part of the Materia Awards, I see it even more. So that was my first initial impression of Juice was holy shit, this guy's super talented. Um, and I always get excited to see what Juice is working on, and that has been the same since I first met him. Really, I was always excited to see what he could do, and that hasn't changed.
Oh,
That's a very
it's a
But
it's
yeah,
a group effort.
that was my first impression was like, fuck, this guy can do it all.
I mean, it's a group effort. I just come up with the ideas. That's all.
But it's still like, it's admirable. It's crazy. It's insane.
Oh, thank
Insane
you.
in a good way. I'm not saying it's a bad insane.
That's
It's
okay.
a
I
good-
have like a GIF of like this guy like being super crazy that I always use to express how I'm feeling when I'm feeling inspired. I'll send it to you later. Anyways, we will play our first game, Guess the Impression. Alrighty.
Jeez.
So
Can I interrupt you? I'm gonna put you on the spot. I really need to use the bathroom.
oh, go for it. Don't worry.
Give me like 9 seconds. Give me 9 seconds.
9
I'm gonna be
seconds.
back,
You're
but
good.
like explain it.
9 seconds. What?
90.
90. Okay. I was like, where are you peeing? Do you have like a bottle? No, I'm kidding.
Ew.
I guess while Bobo is taking a bathroom break, I guess I can continue talking about our past stuff. So yeah, it's funny when Maro said that about me and like you know, all these how I have all this time and you know, making videos, making graphics and stuff for events. To be honest, I guess last year I used to take a lot of like days off, like annual leave and like sick leave, to work on stuff like that. But I've kind of found a way where I can save my work days. So what I do this year instead, because last year I didn't get burnt out, but it was starting to become like the process is fun, but I couldn't enjoy the like when the actual events happened. Like oh, Zeki's back. Anyways, let me just wrap it up. Basically, the way I've changed it is I like to do things in advance. I like to prepare everything in advance. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to our first game. So what I'm gonna do, Zeki and Maro, I'm going to DM you a word or a name or an object. It can be anything. And you will have to do an impression, and the other will have to guess.
You want me to do an impression of an object?
Yes. I'll start
haven't.
with Maro, actually.
Oh,
I need to guess.
sugar.
All right, Maro, here is your first one. Right.
I'm so traumatized from previous rounds. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this that isn't like a dead giveaway, but it will be a dead giveaway.
Okay.
It's okay. You can just do it like an easy one.
Oh gosh, I'll put the voice on. That's the problem. Ole ole ole.
Yeah, Shakira.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, please save me from Shakira.
Yeah, I wanted to answer it really quickly.
All right, Zeki, here's yours.
Oh gosh.
Ole, ole, ole. Oh my god. Oh, let me get up the lyrics.
Oh,
Can
It's
I
the
even
best.
sing like this?
frantically googling the lyrics.
The seaweed is always greener in summer.
Are you Sebastian?
Yeah.
The seaweed is always greener.
Greener. I like screwed up I started like I feel like I just like screwed up the rolling of my R when I did that.
That's okay. Here's your one, Maro.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I actually don't know what to do for this one. I had to actually Google who this was.
Oh,
shit.
really?
Yeah, my brain's like, oh gosh. I have to do quotes. Oh, okay. Thank you. My brain. It took me 2 seconds to Okay, I think of the best quote now.
We can do what Zeki did.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm getting the lyrics up.
Oh, okay. Someone
Oh
that
gosh, I'm gonna
sings.
butcher this. uh Oh god, I actually don't remember the melody off the top of my head. Can I just say the lyrics? Will that help?
Yep. In her accent.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alright, you got this, you got this. I believe in you, you've got this. The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Wait, that's
That's wait, I'm blanking on their name. That's what's it called? That's Julie Andrews, but
Yeah.
like
Thank you.
oh, you're just
thank
asking
you.
for Julie Andrews. Okay,
Yeah, it
I
was
thought
just Julie
you were-
Andrews.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's like what's her name in The Sound of Music? What is it?
I was
Let me
like,
look it
I
up.
have not warmed up enough to like.
That's okay.
Maria.
All right, Zeki,
I
here's
don't-
yours on.
Oh no, not the love.
Pardon me. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! That's it! My purpose! Look at this kid here! All fresh faced!
It's who you played in Boulevard Queer.
He doesn't know. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh my god.
He thinks
what's
that the
his
best
name?
part is over, but it's not.
Princeton?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, it's not Quentin, it's Princeton.
Damn, when's the
Quentin.
last time you did that voice?
I don't know. Probably not that long ago. Probably like a month. Probably just because before I was listening to the Prismatica like playlist on my phone on in my car rides to work. I was listening to
BK.
Boulevard Queer.
Yep.
So then every time I would hear like my songs, I would sing along to it.
Yep. All right, here's your next one, Maro.
Gosh. Please, my trauma.
Wait, so you know it?
Okay.
You can do it.
I do know it. Unfortunately, I know it because I hear it like 20 times a day. Okay.
Oh shit.
I wish I had a voice meter set up so that I could do the actual authenticity of the entire thing. Let me get the full script. Hang on. Where is it? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Okay, I have no idea who that is. Not even a clue. What is that even from? What is that like a form of? Is that a piece of media I should know? Is that like a social media meme? What's that from?
Darling, hold my hand.
Wait, wait, Zeki, you don't go on TikTok, do you?
I don't know. I don't have
Okay.
any social media like that.
Oh,
Is that like a
no.
meme that I should know?
It is a meme.
It's pretty viral.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty viral.
Is it? I have no idea. I'm sorry.
I hear it like 20 times a day.
Oh shit. Yeah, like no, I don't have TikTok. I don't have Instagram. I don't have like an Instagram with TikTok. I don't have any of that.
Oh my
so like
gosh.
the only social media I have is like Discord. And I
Mm,
guess I go on Reddit sometimes, but like that's about it. Like
that's fair.
Whoa.
That's
no,
fair,
that
that's
goes
fair.
over my head. I'm sorry.
All good. Alrighty.
Wait, if he said it, what is it? Like
It was Jet 2
Uh,
holiday.
Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah.
Jet 2 holiday? I need to Google it. Jet.
All right. Here's your next one, Zeki.
Oh, you're sending it. Okay, yeah, true. What can I say? I know a few lines off the top of my head. I could say. Go up and pick up your wand, Harry. Get up, get up. Your parents will be proud. Now then, Crucio! Crucio!
Oh my god! Wait,
That's a boy, Harry.
What the?
I can now touch you.
What the heck?
Oh!
I was waiting for it. I was waiting. It's like, please do it.
Is it?
Amazing what a
Voldemort?
few drops of your blood.
Did you say? What did you say, Maro?
Is it Voldemort?
Yes, yes.
Sorry, the one who can't be named. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Voldemort.
Oh my gosh!
That's
I
the
was like,
one.
what the heck?
I can touch you now. All right. Here's your next one, Maro.
You are so mean. Woot, 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 woot,
Is this a pigeon? Is this like a morning dove?
woot, woot.
This is an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, like they both sound pretty similar.
All right.
A hoot or like a woot.
Here's your next one, Zeki.
Okay.
Is that a morning dove of some description?
It's a dove. They're the same. A
Oh.
dove or a pigeon. They both count. They're the same.
That's
I was thinking of a
Alright.
morning dove. I guess like a pigeon. Like pigeons are pretty quiet in general. Like if you're thinking of like a rock dove, they're pretty quiet. So I just
they're really
decided
quiet.
to-
You
I
know,
decided to do a morning because they're much louder.
you know, Mara
Yeah.
gave me pigeon, I think, for one of these ones.
I
Oh, really?
did.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
all right. Here's the next one, Mara.
I'm so scared.
No, don't be. This one's a really good one.
Good morning, Baltimore.
Tracy Turnblad.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Hey, Mama, welcome to the 60s.
Oh. That is like permanently burned into my brain.
All right. Zeki.
Yeah. Oh shit. Why do we build a wall? My children, why do
Oh!
we build a wall?
Is that Hades from Hades Town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so good. I'm still waiting for that cover.
Oh, okay. I haven't, but like
Oh,
I haven't.
Oh.
I've sent it, haven't I? Like my cover of
it's not on your YouTube channel though.
True, it's not on my YouTube channel. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Next one, Maro.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
I don't like when you laugh. It scares me. Oh! Okay. Okay.
I'm sure you're
I
gonna
gotta
do.
pick a. I gotta pick a song that is gonna be really well known. Okay. Hopefully you'll get this. Hopefully. I think I'm warmed up enough for this song. I dug my key into the side of his pretty little souped up 4-wheel drive.
Is that
Called
Casey
my
Chambers?
name. No.
Who's that? That's
What's another song of his? It's really iconic. Oh, I gotta choose like the really generic. I know like every
That's
song.
Carrie
that's
Underwood.
written. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I always get those two mixed. I always get like unfortunately I do get like country singers mixed up. I'm just like
It's all good.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Here's your
was
one,
like-
Zeki.
Why you're screwing with my voice here?
I'm sorry.
It's when he laughs that makes me nervous. Louis Armstrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not prepared for this to sing like that.
No,
Yes,
man, it's
thank
so
you.
good.
Thank you for saving me. Oh my gosh.
That's fine. The
I
second
really
you
need to
said it,
prepare.
was
If I want
like,
to, if I want to sing like Louis Armstrong, I actually have to like really like mentally prepare. 'Cause-
Yeah.
it is one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember when it was, but I remember Zeki doing it once. In a call.
It was
we had-
literally when you were like doing when you were doing like you were designing a venue or something, and then we were just in call, and I was singing songs.
Yeah. Oh, and one of
And I
them
would've-
was that song.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
What a Wonderful World.
Yeah. I just had to hear it again. I'm sorry.
Well, thankfully I got cut off quickly because I was like, I can't do this. I'm gonna cough.
All right. Here's your next one, Maro. This one you'll know really, really, really well. Surely.
What if I got the real thing?
Actually,
I don't know if I can get them from here.
that's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make this noise. Oh, this should be easy. Surely you'll know it. They go like weak, 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 and I talk about them a lot. Weak. I don't think he
What is
knows.
that? What is that?
I don't know if I can play the noise on my phone if that'll help.
And you talk about them a lot. Okay, wait. Weak.
Okay, I'm gonna play the noise on my phone. Are you ready?
Okay.
If I could get the hang of them, get through the ads.
It's like you have it on
first
speed
YouTube.
dial. It's like you have it on like on command. What is it? What is
Yeah,
this?
they know. People know. People know. The ones who don't know. Yes, Crusader knows.
Is that a guinea pig?
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh,
I was like, tofu and
I do
beans
know that
are
about
asleep.
you.
I don't want to wake them up. Tofu and beans are probably asleep. I don't want to wake them up.
I do know that about you, and I was like thinking, it's like that does sound that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, they make really long weaking noises.
Yeah.
So cute.
I was thinking, it's like, is this like a Pokemon? I would have no idea because I don't know what.
Oh my
But I guess
God.
Pokemon noises are literally just their name, so I guess that wouldn't have been it. So
Okay. This is the next one. Zeki.
mm-hmm. I know you. I know you.
What the heck?
I know you. Before we even started the stream, Maro.
You gotta get better
I
ones than
know
that.
you. Fuck. What do I do for like this? I nearly said it. What would I do for this? See, I feel like if I tried to do this, it wouldn't really be like that obvious. What did I say? I just feel like if I said "you slut," then I feel like that's a very fitting thing to say.
What's something you always send me? Like that GIF.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother.
I still have no idea.
Uh,
I could also say like if you were gay, that'd be okay. I mean, 'cause hey, I'd like you anyway because you see.
Is that Toast character from
no, Mara, it's me.
Oh I was like, I know it's Boulevard Queer character. I was like, but which one? Oh, Nikki.
Yeah, Nick. That's the character I
Nikki.
played. Yeah.
Damn.
Not Ziggy's go starting with I know you. I know you.
Just like that tone of voice. Just I think that tone of voice. I was just like, that's very much Juice.
Yeah. I've been saying that to Ziggy a lot these days. I'd be like, I know you. All right. Next one. Maro.
I don't like it when you laugh before you send it.
This is the last one. Oh. I said it to the wrong person. Here you go.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I didn't see.
That's fine. I sent a different one.
Oh, damn. Okay. I gotta think of like the song that isn't gonna kill my voice.
It doesn't have to be a song. Could be maybe a quote or a sound.
The thing that's coming to my head right now, and I hope Zeki's gonna get it, is like toss leg, toss leg. I hope he gets it. Please tell me you get it. Please tell me you get it. If not, I would have to.
Wait, is it from? Okay, if you're singing a song, is it from a music? Is it like an artist or a musical?
Artist, I'd say.
Oh shit. Okay, can you sing the song? If there's a song associated with this person.
There's a lot of songs associated with this person. Oh gosh. My voice is definitely not warmed up enough for her. Oh gosh, let me get the full lyrics up. I'll just yeah.
Oh, that's
Thanks.
Ari.
Yeah, Ariana Grande. Yeah.
I was like, I'm over here like googling like full lyrics for 7 Rings.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just Ari. Okay, that makes sense.
Here's your last one, Ziki.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, yo, money, you got a problem? What are you looking at my ass for? Hey, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. Hey, what, boy, what?
Oh,
I'll take the both of yous.
What's his name for White Chicks?
I was actually watching that with Luna, just like
I watched
today.
that like the other week actually. We
Literally
watched that.
today, like it was on like 4 hours ago, like on the TV.
Quite often, I quote I reenact the 1,000 Miles scene.
Yeah, true. I love this song.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah, and like every time I sing that song on like a karaoke stream, like I always do the head wobble and I turn my head to one side.
I am so freaking pissed.
OMG, she's gonna have a bitch fit.
I'm gonna write a letter.
Chocolate man.
Okay, I'm done. Alrighty.
Oh my
Anyone told you
God.
you're just like Denzel Washington?
Oh, we want to talk about mothers.
Oh my
I'm just going
God.
to Dr. Dre from Pap Smear. Just like Dr. Dre. Okay, let's stop.
Okay, that's enough now. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay. It's well known that you're a regular at karaoke events, not just on Materia, but even on Elemental. Could you tell us about your experience in the karaoke venue scene, which venues you have been to, what do you enjoy about them, and what inspired you to create your own?
Yeah, good question. I guess it's already been talked about that my first exposure to the fact that there's literally like a whole music scene in Final Fantasy was through that karaoke event that you hosted with Titania on in November last year, and then I guess from that, I believe Titania actually did I think I forgot who reached out to who, but like I think I did. Like I reached out to Titania saying it's like, oh, it's like, is this like a normal thing? It's like, do people like normally host these kinds of things? Because I know like you would often, like yours is like quite infrequent. Like they're big events, but you might do it like once every couple of months or so. And I was asking like Titania, I was like, oh, is there like places that like do this often, like really often, like weekly or bi-weekly? And then he sent me a bunch of like different places. One of them being like Peaks. So like Peaks is like one that I often go to in Elemental.
Mm.
I know another one of the hosts in Peaks, Akari Renji, like has like his place that often is like weekly on a Sunday. He has his Ren's Chill Discord and venue that he runs as well, that I've been to like 3 or 4 times before. And I guess like in combination with, I guess, going to all these different karaoke events, I was really thinking that because of most of them being on Elemental, I was thinking when I started up my venue, Bobo Lounge, which started 4 weeks ago. I just thought it's like we don't really have any kind of venue like this for people who are in the Australian like Eastern Standard Time kind of time zone
Mm.
to um, have something like this a little bit more regularly. So karaoke being like a huge part of like why I still am a part of like, and why like I have like such sticking power to this game, um and like I guess like the venue scene in general. I ended up really just being inspired to be, I guess, the person. I felt like I was like, oh, I could just be the person to fulfill that kind of gap in the market that I felt like Materia had, where
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's quite a few people who are in Materia that would go to um that would go to Elemental for like places like Peaks and whatnot, that, and they have their own like thriving scene there. Like I thought it's like, oh, it's like we don't really have that here yet. So I thought it'd be like one of the I thought it'd be like a piece on the chessboard to kind of get that started. So for
Yeah.
me, like that was, I guess, the driving factor for it.
Mm. And what did you enjoy? What do you enjoy most about karaoke venues or just events?
Yeah, honestly, like for me, I think I've said this personally to you. Like for me, it's like it's actually like listening to people sing. Like if I could actually just host and not even, I don't even necessarily like have the desire to necessarily sing, but just being able to actually like listen to people sing has been such a huge joy factor for me hosting, because a lot of the time for me, in my life, like a lot of music for me is like less listening and more like actually singing itself. And I guess it's a whole backstory, but a lot of the time it's like I get kind of tired of singing sometimes. It's like sometimes I just want to like sit back and listen to other people sing.
Mm.
And when I a lot of the time, like karaoke, in a selfless way, it's like I want to give the people like a platform where they can actually like just have fun and sing. But selfishly as well, I it's also just for me to like sit back and just like listen to people sing,
Mm-hmm.
and give myself an opportunity to hear brilliant singers sing every fortnight, every time I open the Bobo Lounge.
Mm. Yeah. Um. So I just thought of another question while you were just saying
Hmm.
that. When you say, because I remember you and a few others that I've talked to on Discord said like, you know, when you have a tough week or, you know, coming home after work and you're tired, like it's really rejuvenating or like invigorating when you come home and you look forward to like a karaoke night.
Yeah.
Um, so is that how you feel? I guess with like your karaoke events and venue.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, if I can imagine some people who are listening to this, whether or not it's like live right now or on the like on the VOD that'll get
Mm.
released, like people are hopefully if not like familiar with the fact that I've hosted a couple of karaoke events now at my own personal venue, Bobo Lounge. But for me, like um at least at the time of this podcast, like the opening was just yesterday night, and that was after work. So I would have just arrived home from work like around 3:30, and then at 7 o'clock is the opening of Bobo Lounge. And basically, like for me, a lot of the time I like to spend my Friday nights as a way of just like kind of chilling out, and or like chilling out in a way that I get to have fun after like a week of working. And so definitely for me, um it's something I definitely look forward to now, or as I like kind of schedule it on my calendar. Like I see all these different dates for like Bobo Lounge every fortnight that I see on my calendar. It's something that I definitely look forward to literally be like, you know what, after this working week or after this working fortnight, I have this Friday to look forward to where I can spend 4 or 5, 6 hours or whatever, um, hosting this platform for people to sing, and just like sing as well a few songs, but listen to dozens and dozens of people who are wanting to just like share their voice or share something that they want to let out on that night for whatever they want to sing. And for me, it's like the most that I enjoy about karaoke, or as you put it, like the rejuvenating part about it, is literally just hearing people sing.
Yeah.
I take a lot of joy mostly out of that experience, more so than me sharing my own voice.
Voice.
Yeah.
Um, you do have a really amazing voice though, and I'm glad that you do
Thank you.
sing,
Yeah.
even like not just at your own venue, but like at other venues like Peaks or even the JJammin karaoke nights. But I do want to thank you again for opening up your own venue.
Yeah. No.
Because Peaks is an elemental. It runs quite late for a lot of us in OCE. So having a frequent venue that opens at like a, I guess, reasonable time is a blessing, I guess. Yeah, for a
I
lot of
want,
us.
yeah, like for me, like that, yeah, and that's like I guess the practical reason, like outside of the whole like philosophy behind it, like the practical reason is, like every fortnight, or it used to be weekly, but when Peaks would open, it's for us, and
Yeah.
I guess for me, it's even worse for you, but like for me, it's like 11 p.m. Like that's really late already. Like
Yeah.
I can sing at that time, but it's I'd rather not at like 11 p.m. like start like at the start of the night start singing, and then it only goes more from there. Like the night could end at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Even though it's a weekend, like I'd rather not stay up that late. So like I thought it's like, you know what, we don't really have the opportunity where we can start at for an Australian crowd, start at a more reasonable time of like 7 p.m.
Mm.
And go from there.
Yeah. What was the process like? Coming up and designing your venue with Luna.
Yeah. So if people don't, when Juice mentions Luna, that's my sister, my older sister. If for anybody who has visited my venue, Luna's the one that's helped design all of the art assets, including like the website, the card website for Bobo Lounge that you can see on from the Discord. Even like the Discord, if you are part of our server at Bobo Lounge, like even like the logo itself with the two L's and like the little hummingbird that's a part of that, like that she made all of that. Um, it's for me, like the creation process, I guess for me was also not even just with Luna. It was in tandem with one of my FC leaders who helped me, who
Oh.
who gave me the
All right. Yeah.
who gave me
The
the venue
stage.
spot for it, which is like Shurigane Ward 6 plot 24 on Sephiroth. And like I was happy that they were like he and the other FC leaders were generous enough to like give me that spot. But otherwise, like the creation process was just basically such that I wanted to make it like I wanted to do like a decent job of it. I wanted to like make it like kind of prim and proper, like not to the point where like I took away the creative process from myself and delegated it to other people. I delegated to the point where like I knew what my skill set was. Like if you told me, oh, can you create like a logo and a website, like I can't do any of that shit. So I asked my sister, who has the expertise in that field, to do that for me. But then like if it just came to like the ideation of things, um and also just like the venue creation, I thought I would try my hand on it, even though I don't really have much of, like, I'm pretty inexperienced with creating like housing and venues. But I thought it's like, you know what, I'll do it myself, because I find that a very fun aspect of venue creation. But I ultimately, the creation process for me started pretty early, like much, like even since last year, when I mentioned earlier on this podcast that I was introduced to the idea that PF was like Party Finder in Materia is a place where a lot of people just like advertise their venues to for whatever their venue's purpose is. And I would be visiting, like when I found out that was a thing that this game did, whether or not it's like a club or like a role play or like a cafe, like any of those kinds of venues, like I was just so enamored that this was a community. There was this other side of the community that wasn't just the the general crowd and hardcore raiders. Like there was a third type of crowd that was like more casual, but yet more social, just like social,
Mm.
through like an aspect of this game, which is like housing. And when I thought of that, I remember just even last year, before I knew about JJammin, in my head I was thinking like, oh shit, like it would be so cool if I could do like all these different all these like do something similar that was my own. In fact, like what I know we memed about this, where it's
I
like
want to
I
be
want to be
first.
I want to be the first one. I remember back, like I want to be the first one to do this. I don't want anyone. I want to be unique. No, like I'm really glad Killy was one that did this, because like months ago, like it must have been like, yeah, definitely before I even watched the Halloween special, August or like September of last year, I was already thinking, it's like, shit, it would be so cool if someone like made a venue that was like a theater, like a theater troupe, and they like performed like Shakespeare. Obviously that's something that's been done for years. I was literally so in the um like um so like out of touch with, like, I guess what people have been able to do over the
Mhm.
like over many years in this game. But
Yeah.
like when I was thinking about venues, I was thinking, it's like, that'd be so cool, like actually doing some kind of performance event like that. And then when I saw what you did, you took it up to, like, when you took it up to the next level. It's like, it's not even just like performing a play, it's a fucking like it's like it's a musical. It's like that's like the next level. It's performance plus singing.
Mm.
And I thought, it's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to be the first one to do it.
Oh,
No.
brother.
But yeah, like I guess a whole part of it was that idea of thinking that this is what's gonna make me stick to this game, is like the venue scene, and like the social aspect of what comes from the venue scene. And my part in creating my venue with karaoke was what I felt like could be up my wheelhouse and like my expertise, because I
Mm.
guess I identify as like someone who sings and
Your
enjoys
interests.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Alrighty, so I guess outside of Final Fantasy 14, do you have any experience in musical singing? Or were you perhaps a theater kid growing up? Or did you live in a
Yeah.
musical household?
I mean, I can go into like a big spiel about it, but basically, yeah, I grew up from a musical household. A lot of time, like really going back, like my mom would always say, it's like before I could even like vocalize like words, like I was singing, like when I was like a baby. Like
Mm.
I could hum songs, like the melodies of songs, before I could even like speak like English words. So like I guess like that was my, like I guess there was that like natural part of like music for me at a young age. I still remember very vividly, like because like my mom is a singer, my dad plays guitar. They're both self-taught, but like my mom would be connected with me and singing, and dad was a guitarist. But I remember like a lesson I say like lesson with like floating quotes with my fingers, but like I still remember like spending like a couple of hours on the dinner table with like a laptop, and on it was like 2000, it would have been 2005 or something, 2005. I was 6 years old, and like my dad had like the lyrics to um the song "Here Without You" by Three Doors Down. I don't know if either of you know that song, but like
I do, yeah.
yeah, like that was literally a song that like my dad was playing on the guitar, and he would have it on like ultimateguitar.com. He would have the chords and he have the lyrics, and at 6 years old at that time, he would literally like run me through like singing that song with him. Like I remember like those kinds of moments of like just like being innately connected to music at a young age. It was only up until like when my voice started to break around like 11, like 10, 11, 12, like that age, where I basically like stopped singing and like really did not like singing for several years. And skipping all that kind of like blank space, I really started like I mentioned this as a bit of a story back at the end of the La'boba Lounge close of last night, where it was like I was like 16 or 17 that I really started to actually pick up singing again. um and I've basically been, what's it called, and in terms of my background of singing, um uh, um professionally, I'm a currently like I'm a high school teacher, but I when I graduated from university, it's like I'm a high I graduated with like a background in education, specifically in English and music. So that's my background in terms of music. And ever since I graduated from high school, um not too long ago, from when I graduated in high school up to a couple of years ago, I was a professional singer for 7 years.
Hmm.
Since I was 18 up until the age of like, yeah, 20, it's my maths, like 24, 25. I was a professional singer, like performing at like different IRL like venues and like restaurants and
Yeah.
events, um as kind of my music experience.
You have a lot of experience
Yeah.
singing. I think Mara, you could possibly relate to that, right? You're also like a professional singer.
Yeah, so I similar story, but for me, I don't come from a musical family.
Mm.
So neither of my parents are
Oh.
musicians. The only other musician in my family is my older brother. And he's a drummer in a band, and they tour all the time. Um, but yeah, I was touring since I was 12 years old. Um, and songwriting and judging songwriting competitions and touring. And then similar story, I went to uni, and now I'm also a teacher.
Mm.
Funny story, we're both we're both teachers.
Yeah, we're both teachers.
Um, Except I chose to go down visual arts instead of music for my
Yeah.
teaching. Um, but no, I can relate to that because yeah, it's hard work being a professional singer, especially these days in the industry. There's a lot of things they look for, and a lot of competition, and a lot of good and bad people.
Yep.
Um, but you can see, like, I can see it in you that you have been a professional in the industry, because you have a certain, I don't know, it's a certain way you do things that to me I'm like, oh yeah, he knows what he's doing. I can
I don't know
tell.
what I'm doing, but thank
I
you.
can I can tell. I can tell. It's like a radar, right? Like, you can kind of pick it. But
Thank
even
you.
like even the way, like, I hear you say, like, the way you talk about music, the way you describe music. Um, but it's actually so nice to hear that, like, you grew up with musical parents. I think I could imagine that would have been really cool. My
Yeah, like
parents just had to put up with me singing back of the car on all the car rides.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's even more impressive, like on your end, that the fact that like you didn't grow up with like a musical household, that like you're able to be as good and have like that connection with music that you do now. I mean, for me, like on my end, like with having a musical family, I guess yes, there's that exposure that um I guess I can delve deep into it. Like the idea of like what people call like musical talent really isn't just about like people aren't just like born with it. It's literally um this idea that when you talk about the upbringing of kids, it can it comes with a lot of like skills. that isn't related to music, but like I guess scientifically we know about like just how like the neuroplasticity of like kids' brains, like when they're really young, straight out of the womb, like the way in which that they soak up information, kind of like sets them up to be potential like what we call like prodigies. I'm not a prodigy by
Mm.
any means, but like I definitely know people who are, and like
Yeah.
people who have like perfect pitch, and that literally a lot of the time we designate that as talent, but that's also literally just early exposure to music in both potentially a accidental way, but also, and it can also be a very deliberate way by the parents or carers of that child. So like for me, I guess I probably would have been exposed when I was like not even a year old, 1 year, 2 years old, and I would have been in a household where my dad was playing guitar or like playing music loudly on his speakers in the household. And through that, a lot of the time it's like that, even that has like, can have like a positive influence in developing what we might call like musical talents, where yes, I can even see it right there. Like, my sister just posted something on the Twitch chat where like they were like I could sing songs before I could like fully talk.
Mm.
That's not just me like being born with like some kind of innate talent. It was like I was in that moment because I was listening to it at such a young age. I just soaked it up better than even like a 5-year-old could soak it up. Like a 2-year-old soaks up information and like knowledge much more easily than someone that's even just a couple of years older than that.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to that, it talent, like when I see people who don't have that, because I was lucky that I had that upbringing, but like if as you describe it, Mara, like with people like you who have like who didn't really have that, it's like it's even more impressive to me that like people can be like awesome vocalists or musicians or whatever, like relating to music, and they can still be good. I consider myself lucky that um like at least from my living memory, it's like it's very, it's like it is innate, you know, like I there was not a lot of like training necessary.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was like a really wholesome moment. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mario, give yourself a pat on the back.
No,
Oh
it's
no,
impressive.
I look, the amount of times that like, so my, like, I will say my older brother, he has perfect rhythm.
Mm.
And it annoys me so much because he's so gifted. And it's so funny because I tell people about this and they say like, oh, how did you, like, you know, how did you discover that you could sing, and how did you know your brother was a drummer? So like my parents found out that I could sing when I was about, I'd say like 4 years old, because I used to sing because we traveled a lot when I was young.
Yep.
My parents are athletes, so we traveled a lot. And I used to sing in the car every time we went somewhere. And then somebody said, "Oh, she's actually not half bad. You should maybe get her into like a choir or whatever." So my parents, you know, just put me in like a church choir, and then it went from there. And my older brother, we discovered he could play the drums really well because he was really good at Band Hero.
Yeah.
No.
Like straight in, like expert difficulty. He could play any song you threw at him. And yeah, it turns out that he has perfect rhythm. Like
Damn.
Yeah.
he can listen to a song for half a second and he can predict the drum beat, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I hate
And
him. I hate him so much because I suck at rhythm, and but in a way we work together. Like I don't have perfect pitch. I have near perfect pitch, but we
Oh.
work together. Like when we write songs, we work with each other.
Mm.
So, but yeah,
Um.
that's wholesome.
Yeah. Interesting, because I kind of want to talk about my talk about the same thing, but for me. So I guess I didn't really grow up in a musical household.
yeah.
I didn't also I've never had any musical training, no lessons. Um, and I have been asked a few times by people like, have you ever taken lessons or
Yeah, I think I've asked you
yeah,
that
you've asked
question.
me that
I asked
too.
you that.
Yeah.
I asked you because to me, you have a voice of someone who sounds like they've had lessons.
Thank you, but also like I haven't. And I think for me, how I learned how to sing or how I learned how to hold a tune, um, I remember the first thing because in high school. Actually, no. Let me go backwards even more. When I was a kid, I used to sing a lot of Celine Dion. I remember, my mom. I was born in the 90s, late 90s, um, and Titanic was a movie that came out. So then, like around the time I was born, my mom would play "My Heart Will Go On" all the time in the house, and I remember seeing her record me singing that song um in the living room, and also like dancing to Spice Girls and whatever. But there were like times when I was in Vietnam and we would go in like a tour bus, and they would have like karaoke machines, and then my parents would like tell me, "Oh, you should sing that song that you always sing from Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On," and I would sing it. Um, yeah, there were like those moments, I guess, where I guess it kind of, I guess I kind of knew. Looking back now, I kind of knew that I always loved singing, but I think there was a time maybe in high school where I was embarrassed about singing because maybe I was possibly, um, maybe I was singing one time. I can't remember, but maybe I'm thinking this is probably the reason. I was probably singing somewhere in high school, and someone probably told me that I couldn't sing. So then
Fuck.
I got like a bad experience from that. So then I didn't really pursue. I kind of stopped singing.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until like the very last year of high school when I was like, you know what, this is gonna be my last year. I'm gonna do something crazy. So then I joined our choir, um, and I was still very embarrassed singing. So I joined the bass singers in our choir, and I can't sing bass. Bass is like super low, but every time I sing bass, it's like really quiet. So then they can't hear it. So that was me in high school, kind of breaking out of this trauma, I guess. I don't know. And then it wasn't until uni when I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to do whatever. During Club Expo, I joined our Glee club at uni. I still was really shy. I think I prioritized dancing over singing when I was in uni, but I was like exposed to a lot of theater kids in that club that I started learning all these like cool songs from musicals, and like Hairspray being one of them too. And I just kept singing with them, along with them, and doing vocal warm-ups. And I think I got more confident with my voice. And then leaving uni, I didn't really get to do much musical stuff anymore. So then, yeah, doing all this stuff in FF, going to my first karaoke night, and singing a song for the first time. I can't remember what song I sang. It was probably like someone that I used to know, that song. And people like saying, "Oh my god, that was so good," pray, like being super happy. And I think that moment was when I was like, "Oh my god, wait, maybe I can sing. Like maybe I can sing." So then that's when I started singing more often and hosting more karaoke nights. And and ever since then, I feel like my singing and my relationship to singing has greatly improved. And obviously all these events that we host is like a testament to that, because it's not just myself, but everyone else that's involved, I feel like has gained like a positive experience with their singing abilities. Yeah. Well, anyways, I was just yapping.
No, you're right. Like the idea of like the relationship with singing, like you're right. Like even for me as well, like same thing. Like before I did that first karaoke night, like I had stopped professionally singing for over a year by that point, and I basically wasn't really singing much at all during that year and a half period. And during that time, it's like I didn't really feel like I had the desire to sing at all until like I joined, and I was thinking, it's, you know, it's like I can sing, and I have no pressure to associate my singing with like a price tag of some form. I've talked to a few people about this, where it's like I think I lost a lot of my love for music and singing when I was singing to be paid. And doing that for 7 years, a lot of the time it's like you sing to a crowd that, you know, has a specific desire. You're singing to a crowd. You're not singing for yourself, um, unless, of course, by happenstance, like what you're singing happens to be what your crowd wants to sing, but it could be very, very different. And then you're not really like engaging with music. You're just doing a job. You're basically just fulfilling a role musically. I guess it's like similar to, um I don't really know the story behind it, but like it was a big reason why that song Dance Monkey was like such a big hit as well, funnily, like ironically enough, because like that song is actually about I forgot her name, the one that did Dance Monkey.
Tones and I.
Now. Tones and I, yeah. Like I think she explained that her experience was literally like the term dance monkey is literally like how she associates herself as like when people would hear her sing, people would just like kind of be like, oh, can you do this for me? It's like dance monkey dance, like kind of for me, like that's the kind of um uh association I had with my own singing. It's like people would like, I had my own ideas of like where I wanted to take myself musically and creatively, but that would always be stifled by the fact that like a crowd would be like, can you sing this for me? And if I didn't, I would get like a really lukewarm response. They'd be like, oh, that was cool, can you sing this instead for me? Like that kind of response. And I just think, you know what, sure, I can do that. You can only do that for so many years before you just kind of get sick of singing the same songs that you're known for and what people kind of believe you to be known for. Where eventually you just end up, in my case, I just kind of lost love for singing until, as you know, it's like I the songs that I sing for like JJammin or like for karaoke nights, they're very much different to what I've sung over my lifetime, and I use it as an opportunity to sing songs that are just like not me, or that people wouldn't really know as songs that I sing. So that's where I've been getting a lot of love, like that challenge, or that the novelty of singing songs that like I know I'm not really good at, but they're just fun because of that exact reason, because I'm not necessarily like amazing at it. Like I can sing it, and I'm not an expert at it, but that's why I love singing it, because I'm kind of sick of singing things that I have an expertise on.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
I actually like this. I'm not gonna tangent, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna message you later, Zeki, because I actually have like the exact same story as you. Like I burnt out on music and took a break for 2.5 years, and then I went to a karaoke night in FF, and that reignited my love for music.
It's crazy.
So that's crazy. I don't want to tangent because like I'm looking at the questions and I'm like, oh gosh, we've still got so many to get through.
That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, that's crazy, insane.
Yeah, please do.
It's always every time we bring this up, we're like our past guests as well. It's just crazy to think about how a game could have such an effect on your life. Yeah. Alrighty, so Zeki, who are some of your favorite artists? I know you're a huge fan of John Mayer, but is there any others that you really like?
Yeah, I actually mentioned it like in terms of like when I was 17, like the big vocalist that really got me back into singing, that I was like thinking, oh shit, like I love this person's voice, I wish I could sing like them. I still can't sing like them. I don't think I ever will, because we're just different vocally. Was Daryl Hall from Daryl Hall and John Oates. When I was like driving to school, like when I was in like year 11, year 12 of high school, and that was like the transition period when I was learning to drive. So my mom would stop driving me to school and I would start driving myself. Like during that time of my life, we still had a car that didn't really have like Bluetooth or whatever, so we literally still have like CDs, and like one of like my mom's like old CDs was like of Daryl Hall and John Oates, and and a lot of the time we'd put that on. A lot of the time, a CD that would put on into the car would play for like at least a month before we'd like swap to a next one. And I just remember that month of listening to Daryl Hall and John Oates. I thought it's like shit. It's like I love this person's voice, and I would just sing along to it, and I would just think, I don't think I could reach this person's voice, but like this is inspiring me to like want to be able to sing because I just love their music. It's amazing. So Daryl Hall and John Oates is one of my favorites. Yes, John Mayer in terms of like not even just singing, but guitar work because I also play guitar. John Mayer is one of my favorite guitarists. If you want to talk about my guitar hero, is probably pretty well known if you are a guitarist, is an Australian instrumental guitarist called Tommy Emmanuel. He's one of my
Oh,
absolute
Tommy Manuel.
favorites. I've watched him like 3 or 4 times like live before. Like he's my guitar hero like ever since I was 12, 13 years old. He inspired me to play guitar, acoustic guitar. Vocally, like I really love like I really love listening to like people from like the 60s, 70s, 80s. Like I love the Beatles. I love David Bowie is one of my favorite vocalists of all time. Elton John, Billy Joel,
Ooh.
um more like I guess recent, like in terms of like rock, I love like Arctic Monkeys is one of my favorite bands that I just love. More so like actually more the more recent, um the more recent releases is like one of are my favorites. When I was really young, um my favorite artist, like when I was like literally like 5, 6 years old, was a guitarist called Eric Clapton. um he's one of like I grew up listening to Eric Clapton's music. um there was a period of time when I would always listen to people like like Guns N' Roses and like Bon Jovi, like Van Halen, like a lot of like that kind of like 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s rock. Like I'll listen to all of that kind of music. Really, like one thing that encapsulates me about like my music tastes is I'll listen to everything. I know Sabine is in the chat right now, so I love like a lot of like Japanese music. Like whenever I hear him sing, it's like I always feel like I'm kicked back into the past of like 15 years ago when I used to only listen to Japanese music. Um, like that was always like what I'd listen to when I was like 9, 10, 11 years old. Um, yeah, like more recently, like I love listening to like jazz music. So I listen to like the classics. Um, like Miles Davis, Coltrane, like all like all those kinds of bands. But then I love Snarky Puppy. I was actually privileged to watch Snarky Puppy like a few months ago live when they came up to Brisbane not that long ago. So like, and these are all like not even necessarily like vocalists, like they're all instrumental kind of music. So like there's all these kinds of like artists that I just really really love. Um that
That's a good selection.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it just spans. Like I can really I there's whenever people talk about music tastes, I understand how like people might love and hate certain genres, but for me it's like I don't really hate any genres. Like if you told me to listen to metal, country, rap, R&B, spanning from like from today to like 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, or even like classical music. Like I'll listen to all of it. I love all kinds of music.
Yeah.
Um,
But it seems
yeah.
like your favorites, mostly before 2000.
Yeah, definitely. Like I still listen to like more modern musics, but like I guess um historically, like for me, like I've always listened to like more, I guess, yeah, music from the like 60s, 70s, 80s. I guess that's what I grew up with what my parents would have exposed me to. So yeah.
What about you, Maro?
As in like my favorite artists of all time.
Yes. Who are some of your favorite artists?
So, I think it's no secret, and I think I may have mentioned this a few times that I grew up with a lot of different music. So my parents were super into country music.
Mm.
And that's how I ended up being a country singer. But besides that, like my parents really loved like Def Leppard and
Yep.
Kiss and like Metallica. So I grew up
Whoa.
with like a lot of
Yep.
different music as well. And like some people know this, some people don't. I'm also super into heavy metal, like metal, like
Oh.
deathcore,
Yeah. Yeah.
hardcore. You'll find me like at a gig in the pit. Um, like and I love it. Like I love Slipknot. I love all that. So I'm very much like across the board, like all sorts of music. But
Mm.
some of my favorite musicians of all time, it should be no surprise that Fleetwood Mac has always been one of my favorite bands of all time. Um, one of
Yep.
my favorite, like I suppose, like traditional rock band, is Rush from Canada.
Oh my god.
I've
I love.
always
Yeah.
really loved Rush. Um, I yeah, Rush, Def Leppard. I have a country artist I really like. Her name is Cam. I really like her songwriting. She's smart. She actually wrote like the Beyonce album, like Beyonce's country album. Which is a very nice little Easter egg. Um, Other than that, my favorite other band of all time, and this is like completely left field. They're called Tupperware Remix Party. So they do like 70s and 80s jazz funk meets like modern electronic. So their music's really like happy and groovy and funky.
I have like
And uh,
I have a sticky note in in my like on my desk right now with a pen in hand. And I just wrote that down. So like I'm taking note of all these things.
um,
Tupperware remix party, you said, right?
or TWRP for short.
Okay.
Other than that, one of my other favorite artists of all time, is actually Owl City.
Oh.
Um,
Oh shit, yeah.
and I think I've talked about this that like, I actually take a lot of inspiration from him for my own songwriting. Because he's very descript, like everything's really well painted. His music is all really depressing, but it sounds so happy.
Mm.
um like he literally has a whole song about being like the last human alive on earth and whether or not he's actually going to live through the day, and it's all like 4/4 major key,
Mhm.
like happy upbeat. But yeah, I
Yet
suppose
talking about existential crisis.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I quite like our city.
Can I
But
actually ask,
yes.
um, not relating to Owl City, but like what you mentioned before, what's your favorite Rush song?
Okay. It's either Limelight
Yep.
or oh gosh, you put me on the spot here. Actually, I'm trying to think of what's the song I repeat the most because I like a lot of their music.
What
Um.
you say about his company is what you say about society. I love what's his
Oh
name? Getty's
god.
voice, like fucking Getty's voice, fucking love Rush. So that's why I'm asking, like, because I don't actually know many of their songs, but I that's
Oh.
why I'm writing it down. Like, I know Limelight.
Um.
That like I know the album, like Moving Pictures, is like
Okay.
amazing album. But
Another song of theirs that I really like is Time Stand Still.
okay,
You have to listen to Time Stand Still.
I'll listen to it. Yep.
So good. I actually have a lot of their like albums on vinyl.
Yeah,
A
because
very
like
very
when you
proud
mention like
vinyl
albums
collection.
on vinyl, that's one thing that I guess even not even just necessarily relating to like artists and like who's your favorite artist and all that, but like for me, a listening experience for me is always like not just listening to individual songs. I love listening to albums.
Mm.
Um, so it's like if somebody introduces to me a song or like a particular artist, I'm looking for an album, and what's going to decide whether or not like I'm going to enjoy listening to this person or not is I'm not just listening to like a 3 4 5 minute song of theirs. I'm listening to like from start to finish listening experience of like 30 40 50 minute like long play of their album. So a lot of the time it's like I often refer to like music when I listen to music. I'll often like to listen to like albums that they've released.
Mm.
um
Mm.
so that's why like something like Moving Pictures, like probably the only like I don't know much about Rush, but like I've definitely listened to that album like from start to finish like a few times because I love like that the song, like the tracks on that album are like amazing. So but when you mention like Time Stands Still, like I'll definitely suss that out for myself.
Yeah, 2112 is probably in my top 5 albums of all time.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna write that
I
down.
remember when the vinyl arrived for that at my house. I had that on repeat for probably like 3 weeks, and I was just like laying on the floor of my bedroom just crying
Yeah.
because
Aw.
I love that album so much.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like I grew up with Rush and
Mm.
oh, I just love it. It's so good.
That's cool. Yeah. Awesome. I got that written down, so I'm gonna take some time to actually like
You could have
spend some
you
time
could have
listening
the
to it.
craziest time of your life. And if you want to spice it up,
Yep.
listen to the band Pale Dusk.
Okay.
They are Japanese happy hardcore, crazy musicians, but the singer Kaito is incredible.
Hmm.
And the guitarist, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he is so advanced for a guitarist. It's insane.
Nice.
They're from Tokyo and they're crazy, but they're so nice.
Yeah. Got them written
Hmm.
down. Cool.
Is that all, Mar?
Yeah, I think that's it. I'll talk for hours if you get me started
Oh,
on music.
all right.
Yeah. We can.
Um,
Yeah. Same.
I guess I could just name a few as well.
Mm.
My
Yeah.
favorite artist is Bobo La'boba and Mara Mashino.
That's very sweet of
Is
you.
Bobo La'boba, Mara Mushino, Anthea Rain, Hani, Taela Belladonna, Elix. No, I'm just kidding. My
Actually, just to like embarrass you with like me, like, what's your favorite like recording of like what I've done, or like what your favorite song that I've
Oh,
sung?
um. Oh, did you have one already, Amara?
I'm thinking. What have I listened to the most? Because I look respectfully. I stalk everybody. Okay.
It's
Okay.
true.
Um,
It's true.
I listen to a lot of people quite a lot. So I'm gonna see
Oh,
what I've
shit.
actually played. What's the last thing I played of yours? So while I'm going, you can answer if you want to. So
Yeah,
while I'm
sure.
discovering.
I told Ziki that I really liked his cover that he did where he actually like recorded himself IRL. Um, the one that you were inspired by Red.
You like My Time Will Reveal?
Yeah,
Oh shit,
I like that one the
that's
most.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you like that one. That's very much me, as I've talked about just like not that long ago on this podcast. That's literally me like pushing myself away from like what I'm known for singing. So I'm
Mm.
actually like happy that you said that was something that you liked the most
Yeah.
of what I've recorded.
And you sang that last night for your closing number at your event too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not the closing number, but like I sang it
Oh, not the closing number.
sometime
Towards the
last night.
end.
Yeah.
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 I remember because you sing like time.
Are you gonna fucking
Time.
copy me again? You're gonna make me
Time.
fucking bitch.
you do that little. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a part of the song. That's
I
what
know. I know
that's
it's
what
part of the
barge
song.
does.
I know, but I pick it out. My God.
Oh shit. Did you
Yeah.
Okay.
do you stalk
Okay.
me, Mara? Like I don't mean to like be like putting you on the spot, but yeah. Like, is there anything that you've listened to of me? I actually don't even know if that's the case because
So
like
okay. So yeah, respectfully, I do. When my friends are musicians, quite often I will, because like I do a lot of editing or I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'll just put like YouTube playlists on or whatever,
yeah.
or like I'll go to like my friends' YouTubes and like put on their music. So the last thing that I've listened to of yours is your cover of Inner City Blues.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I've probably gone back to that a few times. So
I'm glad.
if you
I'm
notice
also.
if you notice the view count go up every week by a handful of times, it's me.
I'm actually like also super happy that like that's one of my favorites. I love that Marvin Gaye song. Like that's when I was real that I literally um the day that I posted that was the day I recorded it, and the day I recorded that song was the day that I like conceptualized that as like I'm gonna sing the song and record it because
Mm.
like you can see in the description like of that YouTube video, I literally just like I had a bad dream that night that I woke up. And that like I don't necessarily remember what the bad dream was, but I just remember when I woke up feeling like every time I have a bad dream, like I normally don't remember my dreams, so it's like I don't normally like feel like I kind of just I feel okay, but like I just feel like oh I had a bad dream kind of vibe. But then all I knew that was like in like the minutes preceding me waking up was hearing that song in my head. And I just thought, you know, it's like I love that song. I'm gonna record it and sing it. And I really love that song. I love that album. Like the whole What's Going On album is just like amazing. I play that from start to finish like all the time. And that being like the ending song, I'm actually really like I'm actually really happy to like hear that that's one of your favorites that you've heard of me sing.
I'd say it's between that and Epiphany.
Oh, you like my Epiphany? I'm really happy that you like that too. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I tried really hard with that. I tried really hard with that.
Is it the one
I
from
still
Epic?
have a list.
Good.
Epiphany is one of, let me count. I'm holding the sticky note right now in my hand. I've crossed out Epiphany. I haven't done it yet. Epiphany is one of like 6 musical theater songs that I've written down to challenge myself on, and that was the first song that I wanted to tackle.
Is that the one from Sweeney Todd or from Epic?
Yeah, it's from Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney
Yeah,
Todd.
Epiphany.
Yeah. That one was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when you dropped that, I was like, holy shit, this is so good.
Yeah. So like I remember talking to one of my friends who's actually like a professional, like she performs in like national, like she's like an actress for like musicals, and she like is able to like audition for like national level like musical productions across Australia and like internationally. Because she performed for I think it showed in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne, but like Anne Juliet was the musical.
Oh, she was in Anne Juliet?
Yeah. So she was I don't know if you got to watch it, but the one who played the nurse was, what's her name? She was like the winner of, I keep forgetting. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to like delay a little bit for this. But she it was Casey Donovan who played the nurse.
Oh, yeah, Casey Donovan.
Yeah, but my friend was her understudy.
Oh, damn.
And she played like she's like my close, like she's a really close friend of mine, and actually like who I'd consider like my like my teacher. She's the person I look up to vocally. So she played she played she was the understudy of Casey Donovan's role in Anne Juliet, and she had like quite a few performances wherever she was, both in like Melbourne and like Singapore, wherever she was performing for that production of Anne Juliet, where like wherever Casey was not performing, she was the one that took over her role. So
that is crazy.
Yeah. And like what's it called? Where was I going with this? What was the point I was making?
I think she was like inspiring you or something.
Yeah. And like she was like one of like my like a really huge inspiration. A lot of like the musical theater songs that like I have on the sticky note was actually recommended to her. So like Epiphany was what I recommended to her, so I crossed that out. That was the first song. But a lot of the songs that I'm eventually gonna post are songs that she recommended, like that my friend recommended to me from musical theater, because I literally asked the question to her. It's like, I want to sing Epiphany, I'm gonna post it. What are some other like musical theater songs that you could envision me like challenging myself to sing? And I have them down, and I'm on my way to like eventually doing that.
Have you ever considered doing musical theater IRL?
Nope, never.
Would you?
I'm not an actor. Like that's the thing. Like I don't really know anything about like acting. I know about
you got
singing,
a bit of acting through Boulevard
from like being Princeton.
Yeah.
Purpose.
Nah,
there's
there's
on
more
a purpose.
There's more. Yeah, there's more that goes into like IRL acting, of course, like the face and
like
the body.
Yep. That's what I mean. Like I feel like I feel like I got like a bit of like a bite from exposing myself to what we did for Boulevard Queer and like and imparting like reading a script and understanding like voice work for that, but then everything else outside of that, I don't know anything about acting. I don't know anything about drama. So like I've never envisioned myself doing that.
But you enjoy acting though, don't you? Like, cause
It's
you
really
even signed up
fun.
for Shakespeare.
Yeah, I mean like Shakespeare because like I guess I've enjoyed I have an English background, so like I do enjoy like a few Shakespeare plays that I've read and studied. But otherwise, in terms of like acting, like if you told me like, you know, it's like, oh, you got to act in like this play or musical, I even if I had an interest, if you told me, it's like, would I be good at it? It's like I probably won't be because I don't really have the exposure to it. I'm however age I am right now, and I don't really have any experience with that outside of what we did for Boulevard Queer. Boulevard Queer was literally my first like experience um acting in some form of musical that wasn't me acting in like my primary school musical experience where I was a minor role. You know, like that's the kind of like experience I have. Like even in school, like primary high school, like I never took drama classes or anything or you know took part in that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But I think if you were to pursue it, you'd probably do a really good job. To be honest.
I
I
think I
think
could,
so too.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think I could train myself, but yeah, it's just right now it's like it's definitely not something I would feel confident in. I would, but I would feel confident in my interest in it and like my desire to improve in it, I guess is what I would
Yeah,
say.
for sure. Yeah. Um. Oh, actually, no. I forgot. I was supposed to name a few artists as well. I'll keep it quick. Um. Obviously, you guys know one person that that I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Arigato. Oh my God, Ariana Grande. I keep saying Arigato Grandes. Ariana
Sorry.
Grande. Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion, all the divas actually. I also like Chloe and Halle Bailey. I don't know if you guys know them. They're quite new. They're like Beyonce's proteges, basically. I like Victoria Monet. I like um Harry Styles. He's someone that I actually like
Yeah.
really try to learn from to sing. Um I also like a lot of people like me singing like boy band songs, you know, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, because they think I have
Yep.
like the voice for it. But it's not something that I usually like to like listen to. I was singing at karaoke when, you know, I want to impress people. No, I don't listen to them. But I usually listen to, you know what? I said this to Zeki before. I like bad bitch music. Like
Ditch music.
You
yeah,
like being a slut.
I like being a slut, or like a bad bitch. Like I like hip hop a lot of the times. I like
Yeah.
cunty songs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cupcake.
But I like all genres actually. I don't have anything. Actually, that's a lie. I don't like heavy metal. That's the only thing I don't like. Sorry, Maro. The screaming. No, that's not for me. Sorry. Yeah. Also, I surprisingly people think that I might be a theater kid, but I'm not. I do enjoy musical theater. You know, doing musical theater in FF14, you'd assume that I'd be like a theater kid, but I'm not. I just like hosting events and singing and dancing.
Yeah.
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 All right, moving on to our last game of the episode: red or green flag, Maro.
Okay. I only have a handful of questions, so we'll keep this short so we can keep rolling through. I've tried to make a couple custom ones specifically for our community. So I hope these are good ones. So the first one is so this is like it can either be a friend or whatever. Someone who comes to all events, but they only ever talk in shout chat.
Mm,
I don't mind that actually.
I don't know. Like, I guess I got to delve deep and think, why the fuck are you typing? Like, why do you have the desire to be heard that you have to shout it out to people?
Wait, hang on. If it's a streamed event, I think I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's
For
like
me,
that's someone
it's an
saying
instant red flag for me. No, hands down.
that's
Yeah.
an attention seeker.
Yeah, red flag.
In like a really bad light kind of attention seeker.
Yeah. So is that red flag for you?
Yeah, it's a red flag for me.
Okay. Red flags all around, across the board.
Okay. This is one. This is a very good. This is a very feather ruffling opinion.
Ooh.
They always have treats with you, but they eat their Kit Kats by biting straight into it, like the
I
whole
don't mind that. I do that.
whole 4 rows in one go.
Yep, I do that.
What?
I'm a red flag, no.
No.
Break it.
Nah, you know what? I like to break it, but there has been times where I'm like, I wonder what it's like to just buy all of it in one go. So I have done it before.
Do it.
I've done it before, and I get the feeling of, damn, I feel like a rebel. No, I'm kidding. No, it's fine. I don't mind it actually. It's not a red flag for me.
That's not a red flag. I would say I wouldn't say it's green, but it's definitely not red. Like if somebody does that, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's like you just open up the wrapper and you decide to eat the chocolate.
Yeah, I agree.
That is insane. No, you have to. You honestly, you have to like break it and like have it individually. It tastes better. Like I don't know why. Subconscious, it just tastes better. Okay.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Break them. Okay. They support all the karaoke events and join every Discord call, but they don't ever mute their microphone and are somehow always eating chips.
Oh
Fuck,
my
what?
god.
That kind of falls in line, if I may speak like first. Like that kind of falls in line with the very, very first one that you mentioned. Like to me, that's not quite attention seeking. That's like, I don't know how to describe it. That's somebody who's just like clueless, clueless in all aspects of their life. I would go as far as to say, like that person, like I would go as far as to say, it's like I would assume, people just find him annoying in many other aspects of their life that isn't just going into Discord calls and chewing really loudly with chips. Like surely that's just someone that is doing that purposefully. But if they're not doing it purposefully, yep, there's a big problem. That's a red flag to me.
Did you say constantly, as in like if we told them to mute them and they don't do it, they're still doing it?
Yes.
Oh, that's a red flag for
Yes.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a red
that's
flag.
just like inconsiderate in my opinion. So there's a red flag. Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another really good one. I'm trying to find a really good one on my list. Oh, opens a suggestion for movie nights and chooses your selection
Sorry,
over
what?
everybody else. Like say like you host a movie night and they suggest a movie, you suggest a movie, they always choose yours.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Oh. Always?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind that. Like that's not a red flag to me. Like I can deal with like that doesn't annoy me.
That annoys me because kind of makes me feel like they don't actually want to watch a movie or care. I don't know.
Has anyone seen like that movie Coming to America?
Oh
No,
yeah.
I haven't.
Like where like when Eddie Murphy's character is like given like his bride and it's like she's like designs to like basically follow everything that he wants. And then like it feels like I guess like at an extreme like circumstance, it almost feels like it's like, what movie do you want to watch? Anything that you want to watch. It's like that kind of like scenario where I guess like that's the extreme of it, but I don't know. Like if that's the case, I don't really mind. Like I could deal with that. I wouldn't say that's a red flag.
Yeah. I think for me, I think at first, maybe like the first few times I'll be like, oh yay, yay, it's like doing it, like trying to make me happy watching the movie that I suggested. But then if it's all the time, I feel like I don't know. It's just weird to me. I'm gonna say red flag.
Okay.
Oh.
It's just weird to fair.
Okay, this is another one. This is something. So for me, this gives me the ick. Is always happy to travel with you, but claps when the plane lands.
I mean, like it's cringe. I don't think it's a red flag though.
Yeah, it is cringe.
It is
Yeah,
very cringe. It is very cringe.
it is cringe. I agree. I don't think it's a red flag. I think if they clap, I'll just clap with them. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no!
I would. I probably would to kind of alleviate the cringe that I have. I'd probably join in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Anna said I'm gonna start clapping in the plane now.
Oh no!
No, I think it's cringe, but I think a part of me also thinks it's really funny.
It is funny. Yeah.
Really? You think it's funny?
I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Yeah.
It's such a judgmental way. You think it's funny?
You think I don't want to travel with you anymore? No, I'm kidding. Making sure Juice is not on my travel plans in the future.
It's definitely
Okay.
cringe, but
Okay, I have one more, and this is either gonna stir the pot or this is gonna be hilarious. Someone who says that their favorite glamour piece in the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV is the number 2B pants.
Red flag.
Do you know the one?
That's
Yeah, it's a
not-
red flag. It's an
that's-
instant red flag.
I don't know, like that. I don't know. That's not necessarily a red flag.
Mm-mm.
That's a red
But-
flag.
It's a red flag.
But what did you say?
There's a particular like. Okay, I don't know. I feel like if I said that, I'm gonna start drama. So I'm not gonna say that.
No, that's okay. What is it?
Oh no, I was gonna say like I think there's like when you said that, like I was thinking it's like what type of people are going to be the type of people who would say that, and I was thinking I had like a particular Discord server in mind.
Oh, okay, yeah, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Zip it.
Yep. I'm not gonna say
Zip
that.
it, lock it, put it in your pocket.
Yep.
Definitely not. But yeah, I would say that's not necessarily a red flag though.
I think that being their favorite piece in the entire game says a lot about them. So red flag. Alrighty, is that the last one, Mar?
Yeah, that was the last one. I'll keep it short so we can keep rolling.
Sweet. Alrighty. We have 5 questions left.
Okay.
Or 4. So Zeki, you've been involved in several JJammin events and productions, like the Valencian Ball, Boulevard Queer, and most recently Prismatica. How would you describe these experiences? What were they like for you as someone directly involved?
Okay, yeah, it's a very open question. Like for me, something like Prismatica, which is the very recent one that we've been a part of, I guess like it's very musical, but like as in I say musical not in terms of like musical theater, but like it's very musical in that like what we do outside of like what you do, Juice, like is just whoever you've asked, which was like me, you, Chord, Nook. Did someone disconnect? What happened? Oh, I think that was Mara. She must have accidentally disconnected. But
That's okay.
yeah, like you, me, Chord, Nook, Crusader, and Tay, and then like Chani, Rel, Ren, and Thea. Like for us, like we record, like we sing our songs and that's it, right? So, but and even then, like I guess like in terms of me experiencing it, what I just really love about those kinds of events is like we're still providing something that I would assume for like the 100 or so people who tuned into the Twitch into the Twitch stream and joined us in venue in game. Like I hope that we provided something that was like fun for the 3 hours that that event was, and it seems like that was the case. Like in terms of my experience, like it's just like a super joyful experience for me that like I can be a part of something that people can just enjoy in game um to that degree where people can listen to us, enjoy whatever activities what there was, like the huge death roll or like the gamba or whatever it is, the all of those kinds of things. Like that's what I like. I just love being a part of that in general. But when it came to something like Boulevard Queer, like I absolutely love that because I've definitely said this to you before, but even though impactfully like to the audience that might be similar to something like Prismatica, but for us as a cast of that particular musical production, like that was months and months and months of
Preparation.
rehearsals and preparation that like even if for some random reason like we didn't get to perform it, like there was so much fun that was to be had from us literally just being together as a group and enjoying ourselves in that regard. Like that was it. Like
Hmm.
um I could literally be satisfied that we didn't have an end product where I know you joked about this, but like it was funny like how you might say like just like a week before, like the day before
All right,
our
guys,
first,
show's cancelled.
yeah, show's canceled. Like even if I unironically you did that, I would still be like, you know what, that was still a fun experience because as a cast we experienced the fun parts of it. Like literally the 31st of May and the 1st of June where we performed, that was for us from our like from the audience perspective, that was it. Like that was the first time they were seeing it, but for us this was the 6th month that we've been doing this. And even if that didn't take place, like I was still happy that we had all those that 6 months of doing what we did. So like in terms of experience, like both types of events that I've been a part of that you've curated and directed and composed for us to be a part of and for people to watch, like I'm just they're both very different experiences, but I enjoy them in very, very different ways.
Yeah. What about you, Maro? Like, I guess maybe we have talked about this, but like, with your experience in Hairspray and the Halloween special, um, I guess what did you enjoy most about, or like, what did you get from out from them both?
Well, other than making extra friends, um, it was just it sounds really goofy and funny, but it was always so nice. Like, because we had rehearsals on Monday nights, so like I would go to work on a Monday, and like knowing all day that when I get home, like from say 8 p.m., I was going to have fun with my friends for a couple hours, and um, I think like I have spoken about this before for sure that like you know um stepping back and seeing the end product and just realizing like damn, like we rehearsed this for 6 months, like this is so cool. um so it's like things that change you forever, because getting to see the bigger picture at the end, because we rehearse all this time and all we see is like the set, or we see behind the scenes, or we see this, and then you watch the production back and you're like damn, like this is so cool, like we really did this is so cool. So I don't know. For me, like, I made lots of cool friends. I got to meet new people. I got to do things that were different for me, like really out of my comfort zone. Like, I never in a million years would have thought I would have sang Defying Gravity, but here we are. Um,
Yeah.
but it's just it's one of those things that like like. I mean, I'm a massive FOMO person, and I feel like if I didn't do these things, then I would be regretting not doing them because I had so much fun. And I tell people this all the time, how much fun I had doing the productions. So that's what I got from it. Lots of fun, lots of happiness.
Yeah. I I think I also told this to both of you at one point. Um, like the thing that I enjoy the most about these productions is like having a a shared goal, which is like the end product, which is the show. Like having a in our show Boulevard Queer, like the talk about purpose. I spoke about this at the finale, the last show,
Mm.
and saying how like these events have given me a purpose to play the game, especially during its quiet times. So I think that is what I really enjoy about these productions. Also, making friends, and just seeing how everyone becomes more comfortable with each other as time passes, and meeting up every Monday is so fun. Like, when did Boulevard Queer end? May.
1st of June.
Yeah, 1st of June. So it's been only like 2 months since then. We haven't had any like regular meetups or rehearsals, so there's been a void with that. But other people like Kelly is starting her own production, so now there's regular rehearsals on every Tuesday. I probably won't start my next production until next year. So last year I had 2 in 1 year, Hairspray and the Halloween special. Honestly, I still don't know how I had that kind of energy in me. But yes, I do. I did have ideas to start soon, actually, but I've changed my mind because I think it's still too soon. I think it's still too soon for like the Boulevard Queer cast and those that were in Prismatica and just people who have been involved in general. I just want to give them a break before I, start our next project. Yeah. Anyways, you were also part of Toasted Bun's Materia in concert event and performed a few songs in the show.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you'd be keen to join the next one, and if so, what song would you like to perform?
Oh shit. Look, yeah, in terms of like Final Fantasy 14 songs, I was like, I've talked about this. Like, it always feels like vocally, there's not many like male songs that I feel like I could sing. One song though that sticks out to me that I really, really love, and I even mentioned this to Toasted Bun when I wanted to sing it, but I just couldn't find a instrumental for it. I really love vocally for me to sing. I would love to sing To the Edge.
Yes.
It's spoilers for Shadowbringers if people can't, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. But like, yeah, like the 5.3 trial for Shadowbring. That's the trial music for 5.3. I absolutely love that song. Like, I want to be able to sing that one eventually.
Yeah.
But thankfully, like, just as kind of similarly to that, because it's the same vocalist, I was able to thankfully sing like a version of Close in the Distance that Toasted was able to find an instrumental for, which I was also just as happy to sing for that. Yeah, I know you wanted me to sing what's that song from Arcadian?
Unleashed.
Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. M8. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know you wanted me to sing that one. I'll definitely try my hand at that as well. I do love that song as well. That's I love that raid music as well. So those are the two that stick to my head. Yeah.
There's actually you just reminded me. There's actually a song that Zeki and I actually no, we're doing two different songs. So Zeki and I are going to be one of the few performers for the upcoming Materia Awards. I guess we still haven't really locked in. Well, I've decided what song I'm going to sing, but I don't know about Zeki. But if anyone out there is interested in performing a song during the event for this year's Materia Awards, just quickly plugging this, please DM me on Discord and we can talk about it. Yeah, anyone's welcome. Anyone's allowed to participate. Yeah. Alrighty. Moving on to our last question, Zeki. Actually, not last. Second to last.
Yep.
If you had a chance to do your own event or production, what would it be?
Shit. Look, like I guess before JJammin, I wanted to. I was wanting to do Shakespeare. Like
Oh, I think you're gonna say
that was
something
the
else.
first. No, like I was wanting to do something like Shakespeare. Like I had like ideas of like doing something like because Killy's doing a Midsummer
Midsummer
Night's
Dream.
Dream. Like I was wanting to do something like Richard III or like
Oh,
Merchant of Venice, like one of those like kinds, like anything like that. Some like I was wanting to do like a performance like that. But you're right. When the moment where I'm like, I'm not the first one to do it, I'm not gonna do it anymore. It got put to the wayside. But then, um, yeah, I would love to do like a may. It won't happen, but like if I had all the time in the world, I would love to do something that was um musical in nature. And it's a long thing to explain to the stream and to the podcast, but like what I mentioned to you before about like immersive theater,
yeah.
that would be really cool, like a really cool kind of concept where people like where we're mixing like the musical theater genre with like really explicitly with the fact that we're playing a video game while
Mm,
doing it.
yeah.
Like I think that's something that we can not easily do, but like the blending of experiencing musical theater while playing a game, I think is something that like while it's high effort,
Mm,
is at the very least possible with what we can do compared to purely IRL, which as I told you like in private, like yeah, like people are doing something like that
yeah.
in real life, purely in real life,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah. There's a lot
a
of
cool experience for me.
challenges when it comes to doing something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
For I guess for extra context, um, it'll be difficult to stream,
Yes.
and um, it'll allow players in game to be also part of the experience, like Prismatica, but for musical theater.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I thought you were going to say like something like Jesus Christ Superstar.
If you wanted me to like do a music, like just purely actually musical, I'd love Twisted.
Oh yeah, Twisted.
But like I'd rather just like be a part of it. If it was yeah, like Jesus Christ Superstar, like I mean, I'm not even like the biggest fan of it. Like if you told me like what musical would you want to be a part of, like I think I've told you like I'd love to do Sweeney Todd because I love
Mm,
part of Sweeney.
epic.
But like Epic would be interesting, but also like I was actually the one like when it was suggested, I was probably like one of the first people to say like to veto it because I just don't it fell in that kind of grouping of this is like sung through like fully sung through musicals, and especially a sung through musical that isn't actually even a musical.
Mm,
um I feel like would just be very very tricky for us to pull off when um you know, a lot of what we did for Boulevard Queer was live.
yeah, it would feel more like a review, right? Like the Halloween special.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So yeah.
I guess one of the charms of doing musical theater in Final Fantasy 14 is we get to like I guess it depends on the person whether they want to or not, is to sing live, have
Mhm.
like live performances. And I think in Epic there's like a lot of songs where that's not possible. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, what's what's even the point? Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, all right. Last question, Ziki. What keeps you subscribed to FF14 these days, aside from doing more than 70 fates for one particular demi-mat and still not getting it?
Look, like it is. I hope it's basic has been already answered, but like for me, like I love the game. Like I love everything around it. Like I love the MSQ. I grew up with Final Fantasy. Like playing Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 10 are like my favorite like Final Fantasies. Ever since I was like young, but like and including Final Fantasy 14, just like playing through the story has always just been something I love. But definitely what has kept me subscribed is like when I joined Materia, I get to make friends. Like with
No.
my FC particularly, like having joined Materia and actually getting to speak to people who are English speakers or like Aussies, like you know, like people
Yeah.
compared to like being in Japan where I felt like I was playing a single player game. Um, it's like I've in my FC, like I've said this sometimes, like to my FC members, um, like I see some of my FC members in real life more than I do in game,
Mm,
because like I've made like they're more so just like friends to me than like Final Fantasy friends.
right.
And like that's not to say like people who are just Final Fantasy friends to me are like less important, but like it's just the fact that what's kept me subscribed is that like this is my place to which I can just meet people, talk to people, and sometimes I guess play Final Fantasy 14 with people
Mm,
like that. And funnily enough, that like on the list of things that I do in this game, like actually playing Final Fantasy 14 like kind of goes into like number 6 or number 7. Like there are like 4, 5, 6 different things that come above that like I do with other people that keep me subscribed. So like even just like participating in JJammin events, even just sometimes talking to people in like fucking like in venues or like limsa, that's something that like just kind of I'm happy to just keep that'll keep me subscribed. It's just
mm,
it really acts as a way for me to um meet with people, even though I wouldn't consider myself like shy to the point where I couldn't do that IRL, like but it's just a way that um I never thought, being 14 years old, in the way that I experienced the game way back when, where if I tried to type something in say chat, nobody would really understand what I'm trying to say. So I just kept my mouth shut the entire time. Um, I would never have thought like this is the way that I would have engaged with this game, and over the past year and a half, it would be such like it would be so interconnected with me for so long, like for as long as it has been.
mm. Yeah. I kind of had a thought when you were talking about your FC members, because I guess before Materia, I used to I
Hmm.
used to have like a mentality that my FF friends didn't this might sound bad. Like, FF friends, they can disappear at any moment, they can just quit. They can just like
Yeah.
completely vanish. So
Yep.
I try not to get too attached, I guess, to them.
Mm.
I used to have that mentality um before Materia. Like I'd be friendly, I'd be friends, but I would never open up to them. I would never get comfortable to the point where I would, call them every day, like for no
Yep.
reason, be like, I'm bored, want to talk. I'd never be like that. Um, but I think ever since Materia, I've kind of started to realize that IRL friends and FF friends aren't completely like different. Like,
Yep.
I feel like friends that I've made on FF have been some of like the most supportive and amazing people that I've ever met.
Yeah.
And like like even just scheduling to meet up with them, like your FC mates, you meet up with them more IRL because probably they live closer to you. But in my case, most of my FF friends are all across the ocean. Like I'm in New Zealand, everyone's in Australia, but scheduling to have like a little holiday, a weekend getaway to Sydney to watch like a musical, like that's something I would do with my IRL friends, but I'm doing that with my FF friends. Um, so at this point, my FF friends are my IRL friends. Like how your FC members are basically your IRL friends now because you hang out with them
Yeah.
purely IRL. Um, and yeah, I think for me playing FF14, that's one of the main reasons why I'm still subscribed is because I get to hang out with people like you and Maro and everyone else in Materia. Yeah.
And if I can add to that, it's like and I preface what I'm about to say like by saying that I don't mind that people don't do this, but like the reason why I do this and why I don't even refer to myself as my in-game name like Bobo, but like I'll literally always introduce myself as Zeki, is because the moment I meet you in game and like we're talking, it's like it doesn't matter that we're literally talking through screens and talking through Final Fantasy. It might as well, in my eyes and in my brain, we're talking in real life. Like I've literally met a person. So even if I'm referring to you as Juice, like, and you refer to me by my actual name, like by Zeki, it's like I don't really mind that. You know, I know your real name, but like even if like even through that interaction, it's like my mentality by introducing myself to people in this game as Zeki rather than Bobo is for that exact reason, where it's like I don't treat you as I don't differentiate between IRL friends and Final Fantasy friends. You're just a friend. Like you're just the person I'm talking to, and someone that I'm enjoying talking to in the moment. So it's like you might as well just call me Zeki,
Right.
for the most part. So like, and same thing. It's like with my like when I notice like there are some FC friends who are like, or FC people who um I end up being friends with, and I know, and then I find out like they live close to me. Like that was literally my opportunity. Like, let's meet up. Let's play badminton. Let's go out for dinner. Like that kind of idea. So it doesn't what's it called? Like it you're right. Like when it kind of blows the lines of like IRL friend, like what you might do with IRL friends and Final Fantasy friends is the same thing. Like there's not really a difference. They're literally just friends, right?
Yeah. Mara, do you want to add anything to that before we end the episode?
What keeps me subscribed?
Yeah.
Well, this is like, for me, like, FF is something that I play quite passively. Everybody knows how much of a crafter and gatherer I am, and it's just something really peaceful. It's become a bit of like my routine. Like I'll put on like a movie and I'll just sit and I'll gather or I'll craft for a while, and it's like a bit of like a wind down for my brain. But it's the same. It's like I get to see and talk to people that I don't normally get to talk to and hang out with. Um, like obviously the JJammin community, but also FF has a bit of a special place in my heart for very multiple reasons. And I don't know if y'all want me to get too sappy or not. Um, but I keep playing the game because for me it's associated with like a lot of happy memories and good times, and it's a chill thing for me to do and just be a part of the community. And like I love seeing when the community is thriving, even if it is just a band in Limsa or
Yeah.
so. For me, what keeps me subscribed is that I want to keep helping the community to keep going, um and doing all the little side adventure things is just good for me, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I guess for the three of us, the social aspect is the main thing that keeps us subscribed in FF14.
Yeah.
The community and the social aspect, yeah. Alrighty, is there anything you'd like to promote or anyone you'd like to give a shout out to, Zeki?
I just want to give a shout out to people who've actually stayed to watch and listen to us speak. I'm a fucking nobody, so I'm glad that there's actually people who are interested to hear
Shut up,
me
man.
and Juice
Shut
and Mara talk
up.
for like how long has it been? Like nearly 3 hours. So I'm really it's a great privilege to have that opportunity that people can hear me yap and hear us yap for like however long we have been. And I guess to you two as well for giving me the opportunity to be here. Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course, Zeki.
Oh,
It's been due. You've been a huge part in our community, in Materia DC and Jammin, and just getting to talk to you and getting to, I guess, ask you these questions about your experience and getting to know you better. I feel like myself, Maro, and the listeners has learnt a lot about you and can relate to you in certain things. And yeah, we had a really good conversation. So yeah, thank you.
No worries. Yeah, thank
Alrighty,
you so much.
all right, Maro. It's time to end the episode. Let's plug the last few things. Glam Bar Season 2 entries opening next week. Let me see. End of next week. So get ready. The theme will be announced on Discord and on the Eorzea collection website. And
Vieras, collect all the hats you can now. Now is the time.
Vieras and Hrothgars can collect the hats. Yeah.
Get your hats, guys.
Yep. And yeah, when you enter, winners will be contestants will be selected to compete for the next season, which is in September. More details will be in the Discord and the Eorzea collection website. And then we have a karaoke night that I am co-hosting with Sabine, who's been in this chat. So Sabine and I are going to do a pop versus rock karaoke event. And
Whoa.
yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be end of this month. Let me see, when's the date? I'm not sure if we're gonna have another podcast episode this month, so I'll just say the date is going to be on the 30th of August, Saturday 30th of August at 8 p.m. AEST. Yes, and then after that, there's gonna be PAX. So have fun at PAX, everyone, in Melbourne, PAX Australia. And then we have the Materia Awards, but there may be some like future events coming soon that we're currently working on. But for now, yeah, look forward to those. And don't forget to also check out Zeki's karaoke venue, the La'boba Lounge, and all of his covers on his YouTube channel. And yeah, Zeki, you can put in the chat. You can put all your links in the chat. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Night, everybody.
Bye-bye.